What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still till it's off with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive at a motor. No proof. I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, independent, I never ever. You never know what is a star like another city, the driver's side fly. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have it in me today.
it's a little
Yeah.
frustrating.
Somebody says, pass that bottle, Tobin. I hit the tequila last night, dude. I was sad. I really was. I thought they were going to pull it off. I thought they got that one last drive. The way they
seemed like
running
it.
and
It
going,
really
it
did.
felt like it felt like they're going. I thought for sure. I thought they weren't coming back from the Mendoza touchdown because I was like, oh well, that's the dagger because that was such a ballsy play, and the fact that they were able to get one last crack at it. I'm sad. I don't have.
I hate seeing it end on a play like that, but I would say that was the second time. Was it Daniels? I want to say was the receiver
On which play?
on the last play.
On the interception.
That I think that was the second time that Carson Beck threw a ball and then was looking around like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's weird because if he had thrown it into the end zone, I don't know what the safety was doing, but he took a terrible route to the ball and he was already over the top. The game was frustrating for me for this reason, because I understand as an offensive player, if you don't have very many plays early in the game,
Right.
then when you figure it out is so much later than when the other offensive coordinator figures it out. And you got to run probably 10 to 15 plays and 3 or 4 different situations when to figure out what the other team is going to try to do to defend you. And that's why you hear about the 10 or 15 scripted plays.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that is.
Yeah, well, they didn't
The
get
problem is, right,
they
if
didn't
you
get very far
don't
into the script.
if you don't get those plays until the end of the second quarter or the third quarter, you're behind it now. So now you got to be perfect. And they came out in the second half, and guess what? Offensively, they really got it going.
Somebody says, E. Santana says, intangibles failed us.
Oh my goodness.
Listen.
Like, who is 80? He wasn't trying to.
87?
No, the intangible wide receiver.
You talking
For
about
Indiana.
Oh, Becker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Becker had some great catches.
I mean, like,
But
Really?
what? He did.
I mean, all he does is throw back shoulder passes.
that's my point. That's my point, is that you're kind of getting beat by a play that should never work, because if it works the first time,
Mm-hmm.
the second time, and keep in mind, it was he was what was he, freshman?
You talking
Was he
about
cornerback?
Yankees?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of all over the place. Like,
Huh?
no,
Because he mentioned something
Okay.
about but yeah, that offense, like, I was sitting there watching the game going, this sucks. Not that they're not having success, but they can't figure anything out because they haven't had enough.
Yeah, the young corners.
Yes.
The young corners were certainly an issue. O'Connor had a really rough game. He dropped a pick 6. I mean, like, that was, which is probably his 3rd dropped interception of the last 2 games.
Yeah.
I guess we know, the old saying. I guess we know why he's a DB.
Oh yeah.
But that was a killer. because you got to take advantage of things in a game like that. What could ever swing the
especially when
game.
you're not even having offense.
Right. And but I think when a guy says intangibles, Bauman on the missed block. I mean, like that was on the block punt. Like I don't know, that's killer. I mean, I can't. You probably felt like they were going to sneakily get one of those because that's what Indiana. They've been really good at that all year. But man, to basically make that be the difference in the game is really, really painful. I feel terrible. What the hell happened with Fletcher at the end? Because I'm very confused.
He got into it with the defense.
What did that guy say to him? Because Mark Fletcher is like that. Like he stayed afterwards, and then he was hugging Mendoza. Did that happen after or before that? Because it looked like he hit the guy, then he stayed to congratulate Mendoza and was hugging Mendoza.
I think
what happened?
I think this happened early in the game. I don't know if you remember. I think it was in the third quarter. There was a play where he ran, got like 5 or 6 yards, and then there was like a little skirmish where you saw the offensive line pulling him.
Right.
It was him and that defensive player. So this was something that was going at it throughout the whole game, and
then he said something to him, and
probably something was said afterwards.
He hit him right in the face,
and it was like, "Oh, word, I bet," and then he snuffed him.
Well, listen, I'm just gonna say this. Maybe this will come out with terrible details afterwards, but I'm gonna tell you something. If Mark Fletcher hit you, you probably deserved it.
Yeah.
Don't do that, but also you probably deserved it. That guy. I felt terrible for him. Because he swung the game back. Like he always does. And I think that's the thing that's a killer. I'm so sad. I'm very proud of a lot of those guys because it was a really great season. Man, Bain and Mesdor, did they come to play?
Especially with as much as was asked of them.
Yeah.
Right. I even like the way defensively they figured out, so you're going to run inside our 2 rush-ins. We got something for that. And the ebbs and flows of that, and how the defense was still able to have some success. But, man, I mean, I got to tell you, I didn't know Indiana. Listen, I watched a lot of Indiana football this year. And I was always under the assumption that they would not be able to compete with Miami's offense and defensive line. And I was wrong because they really did. They really did. And part of it from the Indiana's offensive side, they actually wore down Miami's defense, not with size and leaning on them, but with repetition. They got so many plays. The defense seemed like they were on the field all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then all that stuff outside to get the thing that was honestly interesting was the secondaries in this game which this is a very small thing, but the idea that Xavier Lucas had to miss a half of the national championship for a targeting call, and I've been sitting on this because Amari Carter has drilled this into me, but this is the worst rule in sports. Something happens in a game and then you still have to be punished the next game.
Right.
Is so dumb.
Along with 15 yards and along.
I'll never understand. First of all, just it should be flagrant 1, flagrant 2, just like basketball. Should he really be kicked out? Okay, should be penalty. But to be kicked out and then you got to suffer. Because I did think it mattered. I thought that the young corners really got chewed up early on, so they missed that. And their secondary, my God, were they good early on? Because Beck looked like Beck had all day, and it would just it felt like he had nowhere to throw it to.
And I don't know how much of that was you take away the hard workers of the receiving core and the other guys you don't have to worry about. And it almost seemed like that's what they were doing. And Beck tried to go to the other guys, and they never seemed to be on the same page. I mean, the only problem I have with anything that happened during the game, as far as decisions, as far as game plan, as far as whatever, I had people telling me that they're being too conservative. I'm like, they're not. They don't have enough reps to be anything, right?
They couldn't get anything off the ground.
Right. But the only problem I had early on in that game, and even going into the second half before they changed it, I started getting annoyed by the corners playing so far off and Mendoza just taking those free 5, 6, 7 yards. Like every first down, you're just giving up 5-7 yards, and now second and short. Like that's not a good place to be in. And if you're gonna go out at some point in time, you got to say it ain't gonna be like that, because even if your receivers are tight, you're hoping that the pass rush is gonna get there, which is the strength of your team. So to sit back and let them throw those quick passes and almost eliminate your pass rush yourself.
Right.
That's the only problem I had with that. Now, when you see the secondary and you see like how young they were or whatever, I understand why they did it.
Yeah, maybe the suspension like kind of messed with the
Right.
depth and how they wanted to go about that.
But it got to a point where you can't like, come
can't
on,
live like
you
that.
you can't like 5-10 yards off of a receiver, and he just looks out there and, oh, this is an RPO. No, it's not. The coach probably just told him, take those free yards. And they did it over and over again. And I was just like saying to myself, at what point are we just going to live and die with these kids and say, we ain't giving up the 5 yards. If you get beat deep, you get beat deep, but we got to change it up.
Sad.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Vlad.
Happy birthday, Vlad.
Thank you.
On your birthday.
Thank you.
You know, you got a little work on your birthday.
Yeah, man. couldn't get to the game. By the way, I feel bad for my friends who spent money. They saw a hell of a game.
They did see a hell of a game,
That was
but
the thing. You saw a hell of a game.
that is the risk of you paying a lot of money to go to an all-time game is what happens if the pain is
and that's
is there forever.
Oh man. But yes, thank you, gentlemen. Yes, 48 today.
That's it, man.
Crazy. Schmeathan's lashing out at you.
At who? Me?
Yeah, you.
Why?
Heatherman made the right call, you idiot. He had to play the first half safe because no Lucas and Frederick was playing hurt.
Didn't
we just say that?
Oh my God.
He's not gonna be reasoned with today.
He's lashing out.
He's very sad.
Everybody's lashing out.
He's not happy.
Yeah, and listen, I understand why they did it.
Got a goalie fight last night.
I saw that.
That was fun.
That was the only good part of last night.
But my question to everybody is at what point do you change it up?
I got to be honest with you.
And just if you get beat deep, you get beat deep. But 2nd and 4 is not good for the defense to play in every series. Every first down, they took those free ones. Oh, 7 yards off, 8 yards off. We'll take this hitch. God forbid if you don't tackle him too.
Headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com. Final score 27-21. Canes lose in the national championship. Panthers lose 4-1 last night. Sergei Bobrovsky, he had a goalie fight. It was awesome. Tkachuk made his season debut. The Heat, they lost to start their West Coast trip, 135-112. Terrible second half. The big news out of that one, Jimmy Butler tore his ACL.
Yep.
So his season is over. And the Dolphins, of course, very proud of their hire, decided to leak that they hired and announced that they hired Jeff Hafley as their head coach right before the biggest football game here in 25 years.
I don't like these tactics. I don't like it. Leroy,
you think there's tactics?
Leroy, they named their general manager the night of the national semifinal game.
What's the harm to wait till
and the next day is New Year's Day.
I got
and then all of a sudden, on the night of the national championship, the local team playing at that stadium, you can make any announcement. Everybody's going to talk about this game. Happy or sad, we're going to talk about this game. So, let's just say,
they've literally been doing it for the entire run because they fired people during the run. They did it like every day. So good for them. Jeff Hafley's the coach. No surprise. Green Bay connection.
So that means Malik Willis will be here soon?
Absolutely, 100%. Malik Willis or Brett Favre, whatever. It's got to be all Green Bay. And Robert Saleh, he is going to be the Tennessee Titans head coach.
Oh, okay.
He's got a quarterback this time.
I mean, I still don't. Smeathan, you're funny because he says, and here's where your ignorance kind of shows here, buddy. So what's the strength of this team?
The pass rush.
The pass rush, correct. And how long does it take to throw a 60-yard pass versus a 5-yard hitch? So if you play a little tighter, even if that guy may beat the cornerback, which they played pretty decent
Even
when they
with that,
were
they still
right.
got to him a lot. I mean,
Right.
dude, Signetti was whining after he's like,
Right.
I'm just like, I didn't know this guy. I didn't know this guy had this much emotion in him.
But what you have to understand is
Now he's lashing out.
if you play to your strengths, that means that you want Mendoza to hold the ball as long as you possibly can. And if he finds an open guy, you can live with that. But I'm telling you, you cannot have success defensively if every series starts 1st and 10, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, 2nd and 1.
I'm legit.
That is a terrible situation to be in for extended amount of time, and they did it on a number of occasions. So, like, yeah, even if that's your weak spot, you playing them close kind of tries to turn it into your strength, which is your pass rush.
Even with all that happening, though, they still, I think they ended up outgaining them, and they had their opportunities to swing the game even after that. Like
they did
Fletcher, and then they got the stop. The second half was much
right, but
more tilted. It's just, I mean, they had the backbreaking mistakes.
If you see how the game started turning around, and it was the offense. It's once they got to those 20 plays, 20, 25 plays, and then they kind of start getting into a groove. Because keep in mind, like the first play of the game, when they run for 9 yards and everybody's like, ooh, just keep running it. Yes, ideally, but you want to put your team in as many different situations so that.
Well, Beck took a while to get going too.
Right.
Because he didn't convert a third down
right
really late in the game.
Exactly. So that's it's a terrible start for any team to not get that many offensive plays.
Right.
And when your team does it, it feels great because and it's one of those situations where if the shoe was on the other foot and the Canes were up 10, you'd be like, we're dominating this game. We're only up 10. Right. And I think that's the credit that you have to give to the Canes is that like with no offensive chances to score, you were still able to keep the game relatively close.
Dade South, who I know is gutted today. He says, I don't think we have to microanalyze this game. They had a chance to win. Fell short to a great team. Salute to IU.
Yeah.
I definitely know that he's been crying into his pillow all night.
It really,
he's putting on a brave face for us, but I know that he's been punching the this
if he was on video right now.
You know what it felt like? When De La Hoya took that punch from B-Hop.
Yeah. Those finalities and like you just like, oh, this
stomach punch, like, ooh.
Like the recent ones we've had, like Jimmy missing the 3-game 7. Like, I mean, that's probably like the most recent one. That's just finality. It's over.
Right.
But man, this sucks. If you guys want to call in 305-567-0560, I'd love to hear from some Canes fans today. If you're an Indiana fan, you can go to hell, respectfully. But I hope you enjoyed the city. Can't believe Mark Cuban won another stupid championship in this city. He's a bad guy. He doesn't deserve the good things. Take a break. Back after this. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Hey, we got Heat tickets for you. Those are fun. I don't sit well with getting, I don't like Pajemski talking bleep to us.
Pajemski.
Like, what was that game last night? I'm not going to talk much about it because, it's ninth on importance. Happy birthday to Tyler Herro, by the way.
And Goldie.
And Goldie.
And of course, your son.
And of course, Tommy Tobin.
Yes.
I was explaining to you what the injury he has.
Who?
Oh, the ribs.
Yeah. So your ribs are protecting your organs, and they have attachments all around either your sternum. It's weird when you see x-rays of your ribs, how they just basically protect all your organs. But they have attachments.
Yeah.
And sometimes those attachments are injured where you don't actually have a break. But it's very painful because, your ribs move a little bit, right? You have cartilage to kind of keep them from moving too much. Yeah.
You bet on Bam last night?
Dude, Bam was on a heater, right?
Stunk.
So I'm thinking, man, this is easy. What's the given for a bet?
He got player of the week.
I'm seeing
Player of the week, 27 points a game.
18 and a half on Bam at the Hard Rock bet. Oh, this is easy. Canes plus 7.5. Bam over 18 and a half.
You want to know what it was last night, Leroy?
Leroy?
I'm listening. I could already tell by
You want to know what it was?
I could already tell
by my story, by the way I'm saying this.
Did he score like 15?
Nope.
And if he scored
Single
15,
digits?
I would have been happy.
4 points.
1 for 13.
1 for 13. Terrible. Anyway, let's go to Handsome Daffy. Hello, Handsome Daffy.
Hey, what's going on, man? Happy B-Day again, Vlad. And
Thank
good
you,
morning
man.
to y'all, man.
What's happening?
A couple things, man. Alex Bowman, that tight end, who clearly missed that block, that carve, that punt block, that guy is trash. He can't even catch either when you watch certain plays. He couldn't catch quarterback play. We lived and died by this guy. He actually lived up to the hype of him, like, giving the game away.
That is
Like,
his thing.
Right.
He
That's what it
wins
came
all
down
the
to.
time,
I'm
except
not
when he
even
doesn't.
mad.
The thing that was frustrating about that, Daff, is that it wasn't even the throw that really annoyed me. It was the timing of it. Why now?
Right.
You're picking them
Right.
apart in the middle of the field. You got plenty of time. They're giving you the
Right.
middle of the field. The clock stops with a first down. You're getting them with 15-yard chunks. Let's get it to the 10 or the 20 before you have to make that throw. Right?
It's the same exact thing, man.
It wasn't like when the ball went in the air, did everybody go, why now? Why now? It's not 2 seconds left.
But my thing is, why would you even underthrow it? If you would have overthrew it, you would have had another chance. The ball would have went out of bounds. You would have had another chance.
I don't think he knows.
But-
I've had this theory all year with him.
Is
Handsome
his
Daffy.
arm strong enough?
No, it's not.
I don't think he has. I don't think he's got good feel on the arm all the way back. Like, I don't think
Right,
because
because sometimes he wants to and it
he,
just
like,
comes up short.
and then sometimes he uncorks it. I've told you, like, it looks like rookie of the year sometimes.
Right.
Like, I don't think he has all the feel back in his arm. That's why.
Right.
Because that's happened to him a ton, where he'll be like unbelievable and he'll make great throws, and then like you'll be like,
a ball will just come out
what
crazy.
the hell was that?
Anytime he has to throw past 20 yards, you look
It's
at the
a coin
throws.
flip. No, it's a coin flip.
Because it happened in the Ole Miss game.
All right, Handsome Dad, you got a lot of
thing
calls.
is,
Go ahead, buddy.
no,
last
I was going
one.
to say, my thing is, man, we got to give Malachi Tony some help for next year, man. That's all I was
Agreed.
going to say.
No, 100%. Hopefully, Moore can, step up a little bit. He got some flashes this year, but yeah, they're going to need with their vets going away.
You want to know the thing that sucks about sports,
Mhm.
especially in college? Because the opportunity and the setup you have is never going to be the same next year. And you got to replace guys. And even though you have the process in line, even though you have, how you're going to do things in line, you still need to, like, what, Bane?
Yeah, you're losing two of your best players.
Mesidor.
If you were to say the top 5 players the Canes have, they're losing 2 of them.
Right.
You know?
And I the other thing is I really do believe that they like their wide receivers, but their wide receivers aren't, like, besides Malachi, who does a lot of different things, you have to ask him to do some of the things that you don't trust the other receivers to do.
No, I understand.
And so sometimes he's going downfield and doing a lot of different things. You can't, and it almost looked like Indiana saw this. We're not threatened by any other person other than Malachi. And we're going to play defense accordingly. So we're going to give you the little short passes. We're not going to let you deep because we don't think you have a guy that could go deep and go get the ball. And that's the way they played. And you kind of had to pick them apart. And when you made mistakes and put yourself behind the chains, it made it difficult. And that's the game plan they had. But yeah, you need another threat so that you have options. Right.
I think this is the good thing is with the program being where it's at, and this kind of goes to Dade South's point where he says this loss hurt, but I feel great about the program. Been through worse as a Canes fan. I really thought it would hurt more, but I'm just grateful, which is very good perspective, Dade South. And I think that for Mario, like, look, he's got the program in a really great spot. You're still losing, 2 monsters up front. You're going to lose some guys, but the offensive line's his creme de la creme. That's his baby.
Then here's the other
He's got
thing.
the player of the year coming in to go on the O-line next year.
Right.
But it still hurts. I don't care.
No,
what
it's still
I don't care. Like Dave, I don't care what you say, dude. It's still painful.
I mean, the other thing you have to realize is that, look, you have a lot of players on that defense that were really young. And now they're going to get, they got some reps under their belt and maybe they'll be better and you can trust them more. Because sometimes, and this is, a lot of coaches fall victim to this in any sport. Sometimes you try so hard to protect your shortcomings that you expose everybody else. And so, for example, they were so worried about the young secondary that they played so far off that now you almost eliminate your pass rush yourself by giving those 5-yard throws.
Yeah, you play. You're covering your weaknesses more than playing to your strengths.
Right, correct. So what ends up happening is then you get behind and then you say, well, we got to do it now. And I'm like, you got to do it kind of before that too.
Jay, what's going on, man?
How y'all doing today, man?
What's going on?
Good, man. Happy B-Day, Vlad.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, I want to just give the team credit. Like, genuinely, like, get a team credit for just making this a great season. Because after that SMU game, like, we all thought that the game was going to go into the hole. And just for them dudes to fight back and the passion they played with. And, man, this was a good month of football, bro. Like, genuinely, like, after every game, we was getting nail biters after nail biters. And everybody was saying
it was a crazy run.
It was a crazy run, man. It was a crazy fun run. And, like, I don't know if y'all was like that, but we got that ball back with 1:50 seconds. I'm like, we shouldn't go down here and win this game.
I know.
I was like, I had no doubt we was going to go down there and win that game, man, because just how everything been just doing it for the defense to come up with a stop and to hold them to a field goal, I thought we was going to go down there and score. And I just thought that, you know what I wanted to ask you too, Leroy?
What?
Did you think the play where the little corner hit the tight end and it looked like he launched at him? You don't think that was targeting? I was like, that was crazy that because it looked like, the definition of targeting is you launching at the guy. And I felt like he leaped off his feet to go high to the guy's head. Even though he might not have hit him, but the definition of it, if you're gonna call number 6'4" last week, I thought the true definition of targeting was that play.
Yeah, a lot of
5'9", everything looks like he's
a
launching.
lot of times though, you have to understand that the ball's in the air. A lot of times when they call this play, it's either on a tackle or a block. So you could always justify that play and say he was going for the ball. And I think that's what they tried to do to explain it, but yeah, I mean, if somebody said that was, that was targeting, like I could see it, but I could also see look, let me put you in his play. Let me put you in that cornerback's position.
They were letting him play.
You
that shit.
no,
It was, I mean,
you
that was,
you 5'9", you 5'9", and you got to go tackle somebody with the ball coming at 6'5".
Yeah.
How you gonna go at him? Right? That's just
man.
right.
Yeah.
So
man.
if they would have called it, he would have looked around and say, "Hey, I'm a little guy."
Yeah,
Right, right.
But it was a great season, man. It was a great season. Credit to those guys, man. Like it make me excited about next year to see what Mario can do, and give Mario credit for changing, because he was a conservative guy, but he changed. Like he got more aggressive. He got, as the season went on, when he seen that we had to get into the beat team to get into the playoffs, like he got aggressive, man. Just credit to them guys, man. Credit for a fun season, man. Y'all have a great day, man.
See you, Jay. Take care, man. All right, if you're on hold, we will get you. We got to take a break. Try and stay on clock here. We are streaming live on YouTube and Twitch.
You driving?
I'm trying. I'm
like, you driving.
We'll take you guys up until 2 here today. If you guys want to get in, 305-567-0560. The Canes lose the national championship. And this is your place to grieve. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Chad John says, Mendoza didn't throw for more than 200 yards in any game in the playoff. He didn't have big numbers all season. Miami DBs were just tugging jerseys all game. Can I just tell you something about that guy, though, man? And I got to say this.
He makes the plays that need to be made.
That dude's a balls player. I don't know what kind of a pro he's going to be, but that friggin' play that he had.
That's going to be up there with that Vince Young run.
Dude, come on. And I got to tell you, like, I really was annoyed by him at the end because he was so nice. Because he's giving the interview at the end. He goes, and we took on first-round talents in Bain and Mesdor. So he's picking up his opponents while celebrating. I'm just like, this guy is so classy. Get out of my face right now.
It was annoying. No, it was annoying.
Stop being so gracious.
You don't want to be. You want to hate him.
Stop being so
I want to
gracious.
hate him. You can't.
What is this guy? Has this guy got any flaws?
Well, I wonder how he's gonna feel in Vegas.
Oh, Sin City.
Yeah,
for very religious man. Very religious man.
I would say
Sin City needs some religion.
I think the thing that here's what you always get upset about. It's not that you lost. That's upsetting in itself. But that you had a chance to win. Right? And so because it was right there, and you look at a couple of plays that go differently. Like, first of all, to get beat on back shoulder throws, like, and I'm no cornerback, but I know a lot of cornerbacks will start sitting on that, especially if that guy's not fast enough to run by you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think it has to do with, in all honesty, when you're young, you don't have that experience. You don't have that, when was the last time he had a 6'3", 6'4", right? When was the last time you had to guard a 6'3", 6'4" guy? Oh, never. You know what I mean? Because you're a freshman.
Death by intangibles.
So never, right? So you can
DBI?
They can tell DBI. Let me tell you, they showed the huddle one time, and I was like, wow.
I was thinking to myself,
it's like, who's your football? Who's your basketball? The movie.
Why can't our intangibles do that? He's got stone hands.
You don't have the tight end.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He dropped a couple passes.
Right.
He's been doing it all playoffs.
I mean, one of the most frustrating things is from the receiving core. I couldn't figure out, sometimes you get a feel for the game, right? And you know that your quarterback has time to throw the football.
Yeah.
And so that means you can't give up on a play, right? And I think it was Daniels twice where it just looked like he just didn't, he just stopped. So I don't know.
Strange because he's been so good all year, so clutch all year.
And I think when Carson Beck threw that ball, I mean, he threw it and he looked like he was looking like, power outage.
I'm telling you, I don't think he knows.
Right?
I really don't.
It's like Tesla ran out of fuel. Like, what we got? He said, man.
I still think he's filling out that. I don't know what kind of a pro he's going to be. I know that people are saying he's probably with this quarterback class, he'll probably be the third guy taken whenever round that is. Yeah, it's not a great draft. But I'm telling you, I don't think he's got all the feel in his arm. I know that's his thing. I think it's 4 of his 6 career losses have ended on interceptions. But I don't know. I noticed this year, I'm just man, sometimes he'll just throw the ball. It doesn't feel like he has any clue where it's going just based on power or something's either there or too much is there.
Noodle on, man. It's got a noodle.
Oh, he's saying Beck was seeing Tweety birds from the.
Oh, dude, he got lit up.
He got lit. Well, his head hit the ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, so did Mendoza. You saw Mendoza's body?
Dude, Mendoza got cracked right in the face early.
And then on the touchdown, cracked in the back.
I mentioned that he got hit by Bane. I swear he said two Our Fathers and 4 Hail Marys because he looked like.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know. I'm going to make old Sully's job at Miami Gardens very easy because I don't know if this guy's going to last till 11. But I swear to God, if Ruben Bane is on the board at 11 and the Dolphins don't take him.
No, we want him at 2.
I mean, I don't think there's a shot. But, like, if there's any chance because some idiot's like he has short arms, if this Sully doesn't take him, he's dead to me.
Wow.
It's brutal, right? He is.
Leroy, you know when a guy is good, when he gets pressure on the quarterback, he doesn't even have to make the play. The fact that he forces the quarterback
To
be
do
so
crazy,
uncomfortable, he allows his other linemen to make
Right.
plays. That's all we saw this postseason. I mean, throughout the year, but
How many times did we see him in the playoffs
Jeez.
take a tackle with him to go make a tackle?
what about that holding call? That was so blatant. Like,
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Because he would have killed Mendoza.
that would have
Right.
been it.
Like he was like, and the guy's like, I gotta cheat here, like really bad. Mike, what's up, man?
Yeah, no way Bane's on the board at 11.
We have no shot. I know, but I'm just saying, if by
No.
some chance the draft process
No way.
ruins him and
No,
they're
I'm
like,
not,
oh, his
man.
arms
I'm
are
like
too
a-
short. If the
No.
Dolphins have a chance
Uh-uh.
to draft him and they don't,
Why are you wishing
This
for a
guy-
Laramie Tunsil situation?
I don't. I'm just saying, if
No,
they
no,
have a chance,
fellas, come
if
on,
they don't
man. We're
take
like
him,
beating
I'm-
dogs over here.
I'm gonna be beside myself.
It's like we're beating dogs over here. Even if by God's glory there was a chance that Bane was at 11, the Dolphins will end up picking somebody that you have to like wiki
Right.
to figure
They'll
out.
take some
Google them
cornerback
to figure it out.
They'll ruin it.
They always do. But anyways, I hope the coffee
we
and
got a
the
new guy.
ibuprofen's kicked in, man.
We got a new guy.
Yeah, sorry.
I know, man, but I'm like an abused dog, man. It's been 20 plus years of this BS, man. It's just, I have no faith, man. I got
All
to
right,
see it.
new guy. Listen, everybody wanted new people. You got new people. You got a new coach. You got a new GM. You're going to probably have a new quarterback. So, like,
No, man, I'm all for it, man. But I
And
gotta
keep
see
in
it.
mind,
I gotta see it. You know what I
those
mean?
and Sully and was it
Hafley.
Hafley and the new quarterback, let's all keep in mind, they don't know about your struggles. They don't know about
Yeah.
your struggles. They here to be successful.
I'm just giving them fair warning.
You know, I know.
I'm just giving them
I
fair
know.
warning. If
I
by some
know.
miracle that happens, I'm giving them fair warning.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's funny.
What do you want to say on the game, Mike?
I mean, well, first it was nice that the refs let the guys play, man. They weren't pulling flags every all game long. That was there was a lot of little bumping on the receivers and stuff, and I enjoyed that, man.
You
That
know,
was,
we call that
mutual
combat. That's the phrase.
Yep. But would you agree that we had more talent on our team, right? On Miami's team, we had more talent, right?
I would say it is the true test between a team that is never out of place and a team that has more talent.
All right.
And it's I would say at multiple positions, the Canes were more talented. But
Exactly.
what I would
So,
say they
would
played.
you agree-
Go ahead.
Would you agree that we got out coached?
No,
No,
I wouldn't agree because one of the things is that Indiana's been playing that way all year. Okay, so this is how they have to play. Miami played its best game against Ohio State as far as the penalties, the ill-advised plays or whatever.
Right.
And so when you see Miami
we kept
play,
on shooting ourselves in the foot.
right, when you see the game, like
The talent was also like, if we want to talk about more talented, it's balanced, right? Like they had the more talented quarterback. That was clear.
right,
They had the better secondary.
and,
These
and
were key,
some will
these were key
question
things that mattered. The
this-
Canes on the lines. Yeah, I would say the Canes had more. Like obviously the Canes probably had the best, most talented player in Bane, and the pass rushers were probably the things that stood out the most. Receiver was kind of a push, other than Malachi.
I would say if you have Malachi, but they had 2 or 3 guys that were dependable and catch the ball, and then 80. I don't know if he's a tight end or a wide
Surratt.
receiver.
I like Surratt.
Surratt,
He's like
Yeah.
Timu.
Him
Mike
being
Evans.
black ran
Something
tough.
about their running backs, man. I hadn't really paid attention to their running backs all year, but
They're
their running
dogs.
backs, man, they look like they were getting shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, buddy. We got to go into other callers. Appreciate you, Mike. Let's hit Josh. What's up, Josh?
Hey, guys. I stepped out for a little bit. I'm not sure if you talked about it, but I did hear someone earlier mention the punting situation with the block.
Yeah.
From the outside looking in, I'm not a true college. I don't know. I lived here my whole life and whatever, but I've watched the game. Great game. I give props to UM. You know, there was a lot of little mistakes, this and that. But when I was seeing the punter, UM, they were doing a lot of 3-and-outs and punting, I noticed this trend with the punter. He's like doing a little like hitch step or two to the right, and then the guy blocked it, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's
that
Australian.
was a trend they noticed to
That-
block it.
There's a lot of punters that do that now.
Yeah,
so that's not
Australia's taking over punting.
Yeah. So they all kick. Also, they don't kick the ball, so it spirals. They kick it end over end
How did Australia get this this hold on punting?
because football's cyclical. So as soon as somebody saw the first guy do it, and they go, "Wow, I got to get me one." Now, I'm telling you, football's cyclical. Because guess what? A few years ago, everybody wanted a receiver that could run that was 6'5",
Yeah.
and now we got Tic Tacs. Everybody wanted a little Tyreek Hill.
Did you redo?
You see what I'm saying? So it's all like, yeah, you look at somebody else and go, remember it was, if you signed a short quarterback 15 years ago,
Oh, that's
you were out of your mind.
Over.
Now we got a whole bunch of guys who were 6 foot playing quarterback. I mean, hell, think about this. The same league that signed Kyler Murray refused to sign Warren Moon because they say he might be too short.
Is Indiana's punter Australian?
That seems to be the
could
new.
Because all those guys. on
He couldn't
Indiana
do
were
it good
old.
though because he kicked it straight.
All they kept talking
kidding
about
me?
was they had their long range kicker, and I was like, what?
Did you see their long
The
range
guy that
kicker?
looked,
got-
the guy that looked
40?
32 with the porn stash.
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt.
Dude, he looked old.
Yeah. Oh my
They're like,
goodness.
he's running it out. He's I tell you what, that Holly Rose, she's one of the best in the business.
No,
She-
well, you
she
know
will
what?
find
Time
you.
out.
She
Hold
was
on.
like, she had the chalk on the hand. She's like, long range kicker. He's out here. He's testing the groin.
By the way, when she had the chalk in her hand, you should have seen all the memes.
I don't even
You-
want to know.
you
dude.
know,
I
yeah.
don't even want to know.
They
We
were
already have enough with the porn star.
right.
in
No,
the
the
stands
memes.
yesterday.
The memes was, she just had a conversation with the playmaker, and that was when after the hand. But here's the thing with Holly, she's great at what she do. But once Mendoza was getting all like Tebow-esque and everything,
Yeah.
cut the questions. Like it was getting too much. It was too much. It was like, guy, I really don't want to hate you, but you're so cheesy right now that I'm beginning to hate you. And she saw the cheesiness and she kept on asking more questions and he kept on being more cheesy.
I can't hate him, Vlad. That was such a great play by him. I hate him because he brought me heartbreak, but not because of the person.
Yeah.
He's a great person, but you know what? I need to hate somebody after a loss like that. I can't just be like Signetti.
He definitely needs the Raiders
Sig-
to humble him.
Signetti. When what are you
What you gonna do there? I'm gonna have a beer.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the response you want from your coach,
Yeah.
especially an old man like that. Yeah, I want a beer.
You know what's funny? It
He
was
probably
definitely
what he was like, he probably drinking Schlitz.
Natty Ice.
Natty Ice. He looked like a Natty Ice guy, right? He looked like he got a six pack. He got a six pack
Natty
in a
Ice.
paper bag in his car waiting for him.
Natty Ice looked like the long range kicker.
Oh,
That guy
yeah.
looks like Natty
Dude.
Ice.
Dude, like what in the world are we doing? That guy, wait, long range kicker.
What does that mean? So he can
We had one in college too. That means he had a stronger leg, but he wasn't that accurate.
Okay. Interesting. Ricardo, what's up, man?
Good morning, Tobes. Leroy.
What's
Vlad, happy
happening?
birthday.
How are you, buddy?
Well, it could be better.
Mm.
I watched my hometown Chicago Bears lose the way they did, shooting themselves in the foot.
Woof.
Only to see Miami similarly do the same thing to themselves.
Damn, you need a hug.
You okay?
Yeah. It's tough. Real tough out here.
It is tough.
He says it's tough in these streets
And-
right now.
I don't want to be this kind of tough. I want to be Kane's tough, but not this tough.
But Kane's tough. That's my problem with them in terms of the game. They that whole first half they didn't play to their style. They let Indiana play their game, and they kind of submitted to them in their whim. It almost seemed like they were playing a lot too conservative, and they didn't shoot.
Hey,
from the jump.
why? Just curious.
What's up?
When you say a team's playing conservative, you mean offensively or defensively?
Offensively, I think defensively.
Well, how can you be more aggressive with only 14 plays with 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter? It wasn't that they were, conservative. It was that they weren't on the field enough to do anything, to feel one way or another. 14 plays is not a bunch of plays in a football game when you normally run 50, 60 plays. So there's that. If you would have said defensively, I could say, yeah, the young corners, but I understand why they did it. But offensively, to say somebody's not aggressive or saying somebody wasn't, was playing too conservative with 14 plays, I'm like, you could take the highest scoring team in college football, the NFL, high school, whatever. If they only get 14 plays, it's going to look like they conservative.
Yeah, and I guess it's a little bit my fault to word it in that way. Not just the first half, but I do believe in the second half when the defense was just getting all of those stops and, giving the ball back to the offense. It seemed like in terms of the play calling, I would have liked to have seen more of that aerial assault that, you saw like little spots of in the game.
After that last throw, you think they knew something we didn't?
I feel assaulted.
They wasted that chance, Leroy. They really did.
Yeah.
I just wish they had done it a little bit more earlier.
I got you.
Pick apart Indiana.
I understand that, but then when you get back into the game, and the game's relatively close, now you're thinking now we can get back to what we do, running the football.
Yeah, I mean, like they did. I think what people probably were most like when they saw it, you mentioned that first run, and I think they went like 7 and 9 passes after that.
Yeah,
I
think they were just. Those first 10 to 15 plays of a football game, usually in the NFL, they're scripted. So you practice the first 10 to 15 plays, and you don't deviate from that. And one of the reasons why you do that is because you can put the defense in every look you want so that you can see how they're going to play it, and then you can go the rest of the game accordingly, right? And the problem is, what happens if you don't get through those 10 to 15 plays until almost halftime? It looks a little like conservative.
We'll take a break. You guys can get at us 305-567-0560. That is the phone line. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. You guys can get it on the chat there. 104.3 WQAM on YouTube, Miami 104.3 WQAM on Twitch. As we're reacting to the Miami Hurricanes falling in the national championship to Indiana. Back after this. with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. We take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Hurricanes, they lose in the national championship last night. 27-21. Carson Beck with the interception on the final drive. So the Canes' sixth championship remains elusive. Indiana finishes a 16-0 undefeated season. My goodness. That's a hell of a run.
Yeah, I think
16-0.
Woo! But it's amazing with the amount of teams that they've blown out that Miami still had a chance to win that game at the end.
Yep.
Right.
And definitely weren't
even with all
weren't
of the
worthy of the
mistakes.
betting line that everybody had out there. -7.5, -8.5.
Oh yeah. Come on.
You know,
Like that was free money.
that was free money.
Free money.
And the
Like,
overhit.
to understand that I saw a thing that said in 2 years, the Canes have not lost a game by 6 points or more.
Sheesh.
2 years. And all of a sudden they're gonna get 7.5, 8.5. All right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
So how did you watch the game?
just on my couch. Everybody was sleeping. It was a school night. Everybody's back from the long weekend, so didn't wake anybody up. I didn't really have any reason to. I was pretty much squeaky cheeks the entire night.
Yeah.
So
I wish they could have got the lead one
one
time.
time. Yeah.
You
Felt
know,
the same way. That's why the block punt was such a killer, because it really felt like the Fletcher thing. It felt like game on from the Fletcher touchdown run. Then they get the stop. All right, here we go. All right, now 3 and out. All right, goes back to them. Then defense is kind of juiced up because you're going. And so for it to like have that special team, it just felt like you let them off the hook. You know what I mean? Like, but Leroy, I thought after Mendoza, I was like, oh, there's no coming up from that off the canvas. And then for them to even still have a shot after that,
right.
I was really proud of the team. I thought they fought their ass off. I really was. By the way, somebody sent me this. Stunt Steve sent me this because Mark Fletcher, he hit Tyrique Tucker, and I said this in the first hour. I said I don't know what happened between them, but I'm pretty sure if Mark Fletcher hit you, you deserved it. This is according to Mike Rumpf. And he said on Instagram, he said, the dude was talking about Mark's dad who passed away last year. Mark is always one of those classy people you will meet. So there you go.
That's a no-no.
If that is what happened.
That's a
but
no-no.
it wouldn't surprise me. And then the guy was like putting clown emojis on Twitter on Mark Fletcher, because Mark Fletcher literally in that same day was like waiting to congratulate Fernando Mendoza. Like
right.
Everybody says he's just an A+ dude. And I just saw something there and I was like, if that guy hit you, you probably deserved it. I don't know, you know, and I feel pretty safe in knowing what the character that kid has shown, that if he felt the need to hit that guy in the face, he probably had it coming to him.
Right. But I always wonder, why go there? Why, like, the game's over, right? Why go there? There's no need.
You
The
won.
dude's congratulating you. You won.
Crazy, man. Speaking of hitting in the face, though, let's get to our headlines here, brought to us by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com. The only good thing that truly happened last night, even in a loss, was Sergei Bobrovsky starting a goalie fight for the first time in 6 years.
Dude, can I tell you, he came from the other end with some enthusiasm too.
Enthusiasm.
He was not. He wasn't like.
There was a lot of smoke.
Yeah, there was a lot of
There was a
smoke.
lot of smoke.
He like, I didn't come over here to chit chat, bruh.
He
The way he threw those gloves down, you knew he was ready for business.
dude, Bob is like, first of all, the thing that's funny about it is whenever there's a fight, we know
He
Bob
goes over the side with his water.
goes to Bob's corner. He just sits there. He goes, all right, these guys finished that off. I think he was frustrated. They'd given up 3 goals, all off rebounds, really annoying to him. And then like this little melee starts and the goalie's getting into it. And he goes, no. Here was the call last night from Doug Plagans on WQAM.
Puck dumped in by Bjornfoot around the end wall, and
Trip
penalty
coming.
coming. Darnay took down. Oh, we got a dust up now. Rodriguez went against Darnay, so I think that's going to even things up. Now Nedeljkovic is involved here in the corner as
What's
well.
Nedeljkovic?
Here comes
Bob.
Sergei Bobrovsky down the ice. As Nedeljkovic went into the corner, and Sergei Bobrovsky is coming down.
He's coming
left,
up.
and he wants Nedeljkovic, and here we go. Sergei Bobrovsky and Alex Nedeljkovic down to our left inside the short
The
stand.
crowd.
The mask is off Nedeljkovic. The bell is sounded here at Amerant Bank Arena. Bobrovsky a right hand. Nedeljkovic trying to hold him back. They lock horns at the top of the near circle. Sergei Bobrovsky and Alex Nedeljkovic. And they tackle each other down. Fireworks here at Amerant Bank Arena.
Dude.
Don't see that ever in. Sergei Bobrovsky, as soon as he saw Nedeljkovic in that scrum, he bolted out of his net and said, that's enough. He went flying down the other end of the ice, and we got things happening now.
Man.
If I played this for somebody, would they know it was a hockey game?
Oh, I don't know.
Right? Because it could have been MMA, it could have been anything the way Plagans was describing it, right?
The Plagans next calling.
Yes.
MMA or WWE.
Oh,
Yes.
He's excellent.
Yes.
And that's what makes him one of the best in town. Like, he's so good because he can flip. He calls fights just as good as he calls as good as he calls hockey.
And the fact that you got our boy, his partner next to him. You hear how happy he was seeing Bob run down.
It was
skate down the
amazing.
rink?
It was like, but Bob, like, he went from like, it's not a short skate.
No.
And he's just like, it looked like something from medieval times.
He
yesterday.
got there pretty damn
Did you
quick.
hear Bill Lindsay laughing? Like, he was so happy. He was excited just seeing Bob skate down the rink.
Because what is he? He's always focused. The only time I've ever seen Bob really do that, he did it to Tkachuk's brother one time, where like he was around and he gave him a piece, but to basically engage in a goalie fight because something was going on in the corner with Evan Rodriguez. I mean, I was watching really in and out of the game because the Canes game had just started, but everyone's like, "Hey, Bob's getting it." I was like, "What?" And so like I'm seeing this on Twitter. I'm like, "Oh my God." And he flies down there, Leroy, and Nedeljkovic hits him right in the mask early as he comes in there. And Bob's like, "Masks, pulling your mask off." Then his mask comes off, and it was just on. And dude, they're basically like sumo wrestlers with all the gear they got on.
because they can't move very well.
No, it looks ridiculous. But
he wanted smoke. He got the smoke, and he laid a nice stiff left jab in the goalie's face.
Timbo slices. Oh my God, that's Sergei Bobrovsky's music. They were saying last night was as loud as the Stanley Cup final. Like the idea that the fans were so into it.
You could
when
hear
Bob
it.
did
You
that.
could hear it when Bob started skating down. Listen to how loud the fans got. It was crazy.
Dumped in by
Watch.
Bjornfoot around the end wall, and
Trip
penalty
coming up.
coming. Darnay took down. Oh, we got a dust up now. Rodriguez went against Darnay, so I think that's going to even things up. Now Nedeljkovic is involved here in the corner as
What's
well.
Nedeljkovic? Here
And here
comes
comes
Bob.
Sergei Bobrovsky
Watch.
down
Listen.
the ice. As
Watch how loud it
Nedeljkovic
gets.
went into the corner, and Sergei Bobrovsky is coming down.
He's
to our
coming
left,
up.
and he wants Nedeljkovic, and here we go. Sergei Bobrovsky and Alex Nedeljkovic.
This
Down
doesn't
to
even
our
sound
left,
real.
inside the short stand. The mask is off Nedeljkovic. The bell is sounded here at Amerant Bank Arena. Bobrovsky a right hand. Nedeljkovic trying to hold him back. They lock horns at the top of the near circle. Sergei Bobrovsky and Alex Nedeljkovic. And they tackle each other down. Fireworks here at Amerant Bank Arena.
Don't see that ever in. Sergei Bobrovsky, as soon as he saw Nedeljkovic in that scrum, he bolted out of his net and said, that's enough. He went flying down the other end of the ice, and we got things happening now.
Man. So the Panthers did end up losing. They lost 4-1. But I mean, like, it's all anybody could talk about. It's on the night of a national championship, like hockey is getting play nationally.
See the Bob fight?
Sergei Bobrovsky's just like, no. We're going total. And like, look, Bob, I don't think a lot of people like Bob, like that's a thing that he does. He does train fighting. He loves UFC. It's probably his favorite sport.
You think I mean, he did have to skate like 40 yards.
Yeah, dude,
right?
what?
Like that's the part. Like he had an away game.
Yeah.
Right? Like Skate all the way down there. Oh,
Here was Bob afterwards in the locker room. This is why he decided to fight.
Yeah, there was a scrum on the other side, and sometimes you're emotional when people walk you, and but I felt it's a little bit too much above the line. So, and I want to make sure to get in and let them know.
You were flying.
Yeah, I felt just like I made a decision and went straight into it. It's exciting, but it's obviously it's not the thing I'm doing for a living, but yeah, it is what it is. So we had a good fight, and unfortunately we didn't have 2 points. And that's the most important.
No 2 points, but you got a 2-piece.
yeah.
Focused.
You wanted to send a message, bro. That was the most politeful but very intense way of saying I'm with all the smoke. And
that's what he's. What did you just say? Wait, wouldn't it be something you say? I saw him down there messing, and then I figured he don't want this smoke. If I would have just dropped that, he don't want this smoke. So I went down there and asked him what was up. Like right to Bob said, I asked him what was up. He said he wanted them hands, so I obliged. And that's if Bob would have said something like that, we like, oh, he gangster. He just straight gangster, Bob.
This is Matthew Tkachuk after the game.
No, it's definitely one of the loudest I've ever heard it. And we were waiting for him to come back, and they said a few minutes, and they were trying to get us to go. And we were like, trust me, you're probably going to want to hear this crowd pop. So the refs were good sports about it, and I guess it's pretty good for the game when that type of stuff happens. I thought it was awesome, and I mean we loved it. We don't want to see him do that a lot, but we absolutely loved it.
Did you see the benches? Like both benches.
Oh, they were going crazy.
They were going crazy.
Well, that was the other thing, because I was like, what? So it happened. There's this melee that happens. So I was watching the Canes game. Obviously, a lot of us were, but like Tarasov had to go in for him to, I guess, to get configured with his gear and his helmet and all that type of stuff. So then he gets this Royal Rumble welcome back. You don't go to the penalty box. You can't put the goalie in the penalty box. Oh man,
it's just crazy. First of all, dude got down there like he was a speed skater, because he didn't take it. He was down there quick.
Yep.
Listen, when the old decide they want to throw hands, they're getting down there quick, because that decision's been made. He
can't turn back.
He said, I made the decision, and once I made the decision, that was it. It is what it is.
Yeah,
and that was it. It was a 2-piece and a goalie.
You wait till if he would have said he didn't want this smoke. if I would have said that, people would have lost their mind.
Timbo Slice said he was running down saying, "This is for Mother Russia."
I need shirts, Pantherland. I need shirts of the goalie fight as soon as possible. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this. Yeah, pretty much. It's about as appropriate as it gets, Vlad.
Oh, this is terrible.
Are you talking about the videos you're watching or the song or how I feel right now? Like, I don't know what you're referring to.
You have to come see it.
I'm not watching what you're watching. I'm
just
not
come
watching
see
what you're watching.
Just come see it. I can't even explain it. Read the caption. See.
Was it a Michael Irving? I told you. With that's what I was saying. with Holly Rowe?
No.
Oh, another one?
No.
It's on the right path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Let's hear
like,
from-
are we sad? Like, it was an awesome season, right?
Yeah, awesome season.
We're
Sad
sad
ending.
to loss,
Sad
but
ending.
like, should we be this? Like,
I think you get a day.
you get a day.
You get a day. You get a day. I'm very proud of
A
the
day.
season, but I'm very
Yeah,
upset. I'm very
like,
upset how that ended.
okay, you get 24 hours, right? Yeah, okay.
Chuck, what's up, Chuck?
Hey, man. Thank you for taking my call. Love you guys. I'm up in Ridgewood, New Jersey, but I'm a diehard fan of the Dolphins. I'm a Kane class of 74.
Mm-hmm.
I got a quick question for you guys. 52 seconds left. The defense held them. We can go up by a point with a nice drive down the field. Malachite, everything's working. Why the bomb?
Too much?
Yeah, work your way down the field. 52 is a long. Give that to Brady, Mahomes. Give it to anyone. Then they're going to work their way down the field. Why try giving it away like that? Double coverage.
Sometimes it's part of not only the coaching staff, but more importantly, the quarterback understanding the situation. I felt the same way about the chance he took at the end of the game, was that you've been picking them apart, methodically moving the ball down the field, and they're giving you the middle of the field and you have plenty of time because the clock stops. And was that the moment in time where you take that chance right then and there? No. And I think that's sometimes we don't give quarterbacks enough credit for understanding where they are in the game and knowing when or when it's not time to make a play like that or try to make a play like that. Like, he threw that ball up like it was the Caleb Williams situation, right? And really, the way they moved the ball down the field right away, you're like, oh, okay, he's picking them apart. And then he throws that.
Yeah.
Like you were killing them.
CZ4A says, hard to be happy right now. Maybe in a few weeks, but it's so hard
I got
to
you.
get to the final. We don't know when it will happen again.
Right.
I think everybody's shook by that too. I mean, dude, it's been 20 plus years. And you are that close. And you did have the opportunity. I think if they would have gotten boat raced, or there would have been no chance that you could accept and feel great. But there is just a finality of where it's like it's hard to process the feeling of losing like that at home. Of course at home. Which I thought, like, I know they said there was a ton of Indiana fans there, but I did think I heard the Canes fans when the Canes needed to be heard. Like, I didn't think it was
second half. It sounded like a Canes home game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, Smitty, what's up, Smitty?
Yeah, man, I'm on suicide watch, boys.
Smitty, take it easy, man.
I feel like 1986 with the Penn State game with the interception. That's exactly how I felt when that interception. When I was like, "No, what are you doing?" But hey, guys, it was a great season. I wish we could have finished better on a higher note. We fought back. I really believe we lost that game in the first half with the offensive play calling. They knew we were running up the middle. They kept stacking up the front of the middle. And we kept trying to push it through. And it's like, dude, what are you guys doing? Mix up the offense a little bit. Do a slant. Do a screen. Run it to the outside. Do something. You're constantly running up the middle. And they know we're doing that. And we didn't adjust to that. I don't know what you guys think, but I really believe that first half is when we lost that game.
14 plays.
Yeah,
that's like, there's no, like, all of the things you're talking about with adjustments and stuff like that can't happen in 14 plays because you are not aware of what they're going to do in all these situations. Once they started getting into a groove, probably after they got around 20, 25 plays, you could see they had a better idea of what they were going to be faced with, and then they ran plays accordingly. But until you get to that point, right, like to say what adjustments, when are you going to make adjustments? You haven't played enough football.
I mean, like, look, there's going to be adjustments in games. Like, I know everybody's going to look at that first half and say, hey, you did nothing. They fought back. The one that's, if you're going to go to a play where they lost the game, it's you can't have a special teams blunder like that.
No,
like that's where you
not
lose,
even
that's where you lose a game.
Not even. Here's the kicker: you gave up the block punt and they weren't rushing. It wasn't a punt block. That means that some guy just said, "Oh, let me kick the tires on this," and you arm barred him. You just threw out a flipper. Okay, that can't happen. And the thing is, in games like this, right, it always seems like there's one like just ridiculous play that happens that everybody just stares at and goes, huh?
Oh, man. I may need more than a day.
You may need more than a day?
I need 2 days.
Okay.
I'll feel better though today because I'm taking my son to hibachi for dinner.
Oh,
so that'll put me in a
I
good
love
mood.
hibachi.
I love hibachi too.
Good.
Dude.
That's good.
He loves
hibachi.
hibachi. It's his favorite.
Have you ever gone to the Korean where you cook it yourself?
I would like to go to Korean barbecue, but I've never been. I don't know where to go down here. What's a good place?
There's a few places. By you could probably find a place up in I can't think of the name of it. We went to the bootleg version. Same pronunciation but spelled differently. And it was in Oakland Park.
QM, you're on there. What's your name?
Edel.
What's up, buddy? What do you want to say?
Dude, I want to know, first of all, great season for the Canes. We came a little short, but they had an amazing season. And second question is, how come the Dolphins haven't brought in Sean McDermott for an interview?
Because he just got fired yesterday.
And they already hired their coach. We haven't really talked about it. Yeah.
But I'm saying, really, do you think that's a great decision? I would have gone with Sean McDermott. At least giving him an interview.
Do I think Jeff Hafley's a good decision?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's a good decision or not.
Here's the problem, and I'm going to say this. Remember what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted the Dolphins to clean house, new GM, new coach. They got the new GM. The GM hired what coach he wanted. Okay, so that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
You can't now all of a sudden say, why wouldn't they do this? Why wouldn't they do that? You got to this point.
I think
I said this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, look, I like that. I look, they did what they had to do. I don't think like I'm gonna regret letting Mike McDaniel walk out the door just because they hired Jeff Hafley. I don't know if Jeff Hafley will be a good coach or not. Is he the least interesting hire out of everybody? You just hired the Green Bay defensive coordinator. I don't know. We're gonna have to. Maybe he'll sell me on the press conference. I know you don't want to hear press conferences. I like press. I'm glad that they're not going to be my McDaniel press conferences because I did watch some of his interviews. I'm like, oh, much more concise.
I got you.
But yeah, would I have, if you would have gotten like somebody from Man Campbell's staff, like Shepard who played here, or Campanelli, would that have been interesting? Or if they would have gotten a McDermott, like it felt like they seemed to be thorough on the GM search. And then it didn't really, they interviewed a lot of guys, but it really felt like they were stuck on one guy. Like that was the guy that he wanted. And so hopefully he's right.
But again, before this all happened, you wanted them to clean house. You wanted a GM. The GM hired the coach he wanted. Like, so as of right now, the circumstances, it may not be the people you want, but it's the situation you want.
Yes.
So, like, first of all, wouldn't you rather a GM hire a guy he's comfortable with?
Of course, especially when you're probably going to face at least one bad year.
And you've both come from an organization that's had success with how they do things. They're not big on signing free agents, even though they just traded for Michael Parsons.
I think that's the thing, though, is like, when they got Joe Philbin, who was basically a glorified, Aaron Rodgers' secretary. They were coming off of a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
When they got Brian Flores, Brian Flores was coming off a Super Bowl.
Philbin didn't coach anybody.
I understand, but
this guy was a head coach, just
Boston,
not in
at Boston College.
But if you're a head coach, you know how things operate. You don't have to learn how things operate. And I think with a new coach, it seems like those are the things that kind of prolongs the fixing of stuff when you have to first go into the situation and how you want to do things, what you want to do. This guy already knows that stuff, and he was a defense coordinator.
He was a defense coordinator.
So, I'm not going to complain about the pick because you're making it sound like you know who would be better.
No, I don't know who would be better. I don't know. Like if they hired Campanelli, cool story, great character, but he might be a bozo. I don't know.
Right.
So I don't know that I don't know that he's not a good coach, but I'm just like, all right, look. But I here's the thing. I do think that, yes, you're right. We all wanted house cleaned, and house is cleaned. That's great.
So there you go. Let's go from there.
But then kind of feels like we just went to Pottery Barn and bought the basic living
Why?
room, I don't know. It just does.
You got two people from a successful organization. What's the problem?
Well, how much did they have to do with the success?
They're in the playoffs every year.
Well, your general manager's been a part of that organization for over 20 years.
Okay, so how do we know that he's not Green Bay Chris Grier?
Because
they've had success year after year after year.
Yeah,
he better be.
He's
on notice.
Wait a minute.
Time out.
This is what I can't understand.
No.
We all complained about this, and now you got it. And now you complain about
change. You wanted a total wipeout. You get the wipeout, and now you're questioning the cleansing.
You better dazzle me.
You better dazzle you.
You better get me
in the press conference. You want to be dazzled?
Yeah, I want to be dazzled.
Tobin is easily dazzled. Tobin. All he's got to do is say some tough word. Oh, he's tough. He's tough.
That's it.
The
I'm
same
gonna send.
It would help.
Can I send a message to him and tell him, listen, I do a show with a jackass. Could you please throw some coach speak in there to get him fired up? Because that's all you want. You want to hear
nice. It would be nice.
No, who cares?
Also, I would like nice 25-second sound bites from Hafley. 25 seconds.
Oh, you're getting that.
You get that. There's nobody.
Oh, man.
Keep it concise.
What is?
Who do you think is the first reporter to say, Coach, thank you. Thank you for keeping these.
Thanks for keeping it short. I don't know.
Keeping these answers short.
What
concise.
in the hell?
Shoot It Albie says if the new coach was European, Tobin would love him. Oh, man, they should do that. If they get a Serbian football coach, that'd be cool. Take a break. Back after this. Okay, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, we got Heat tickets to give away before the end of today's program. Heat and Magic, they will face off on January 28th. So if you guys want to win those, keep on listening. We'll give them away before the end of the program. Of course, talking about the Miami Hurricane season coming to an end in the championship last night. Sad. Happy season, good season, but sad ending. It just is when you get to the top and you lose like that.
It's Marcus Freeman's fault.
Oh, can I just tell you? Oh, what do we need that for?
I didn't understand that.
Who's that for? Having the Notre Dame coach just sit
Oh,
out
it was
here.
ESPN falling,
They're not even ESPN partners. They're NBC. What's the point?
No, but ESPN needs Notre Dame money. They want that Notre Dame money. That's why. And that's why it was embarrassing because Notre Dame.
They're embarrassing, Vlad.
Right,
they're
I know.
An embarrassing product.
I
Notre
know.
Dame with their whole Hard Knocks. Here come the Irish. I was so proud of my team not wanting to play in the bowl game. But you'll show up and do a TV hit? What a bunch of losers, dude.
I guarantee you ESPN paid them a lot of money because ESPN, because of what Notre Dame said, and Notre Dame's the president saying that, or the athletic director saying that, oh, we're not gonna, you're gonna tease us saying that we're gonna be in the postseason and then not have us in the postseason and want us to be in some bowl game that you guys are hosting. No. So
did anybody miss them though?
No, nobody
this
did.
This is a great playoff. Did anybody
None.
miss Notre Dame?
Well,
nobody missed them.
Let me tell you why. Here's what I thought. So I thought this. I'm like, Notre Dame would talk about Miami being in the playoff, and everybody would listen to their argument. But nobody's listening to the argument that says Alabama shouldn't have been there. Right? And I think that is the biggest issue, is that Miami made it to the finals and they can't say nothing about Miami, and it's just about Miami should have been above Notre Dame. No doubt. Right? Now, your question, when the whole thing started, everybody was only talking about whether Miami should have been over Notre Dame. They weren't talking about Alabama. And so, yeah.
I got distracted because Schmeathan said the entire CFP run was one big teaser horse.
Yes, I saw that.
Tough life for the teaser horse.
By the way, I was trying to get us our comfort drink down there. A Celsius. I'm like, what's up? I say, yo, Celsius guy, come on. Listen.
I thought you were going to give me like some liquor down at the Citadel.
No.
That could help.
Here, the chance of you getting liquor from downstairs or 0 to none, because I ain't walking down them damn stairs another time.
Dangerous.
Is the elevator working?
No. Nope.
Dude.
And I don't have access to the middle ones.
You know?
No, I don't.
Oh, no, I do.
Well, take that one.
Does that one work?
No, it doesn't for me.
Not
for me.
And the other problem is that I feel like we living in a bubble with all the plastic bags on the ceilings.
It looks like Dexter. You ever watch Dexter?
No, I've seen a couple episodes.
Well, that's how he would put his murder rooms together. Just cover them in plastic.
Yeah.
When you walk into the boss's room and they got the plastic on the ground.
Hey,
how many times we see? They always show it in the movies.
There's that one studio that's been a CSI.
Yes, down there, everything's covered.
Yeah, it's been
Like-
CSI for like the last 3 months.
What do you got to spray the paint and put the blue light in there?
NMB says Mendoza went after Ethan O'Connor like the QBs did against Eli Apple. He had a tough day, the poor kid. He had a tough day.
I mean, 6'5" against 5'9". That's what they figured. Like, it wasn't even a matter of separation. It wasn't a matter of route running. They go 6'5" versus 5'9". That was it. It's the thing that I hate about this time of year, right? And this is the unfortunate thing, is you're disappointed, and the season was awesome, right? but you're so disappointed at the last game because they lost that it's going to take a minute before you fully acknowledge, what's happened. Because remember, before the season, you were still talking about 2 years when the biggest game of the last few years was when they beat Notre Dame and the hype behind that. They far and exceeded that nonsense, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
well, this is the standard now. I mean, like this is, when people
it's the standard is not necessarily the success, but how they play. And now they're going to be able to, when you're one of the last two teams, I still think that Miami will be able to get more players than Indiana, even though Indiana won the championship.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Agreed.
And so from that standpoint, like recruiting, like we recruited last night. The Canes recruited last night.
Absolutely.
You know why? Because guess what? You can only watch two teams. You want to go to Indiana, you want to go to the U.
Clayton, what's up, man? Clayton. Hey, how are you?
All right. Hey, first of all, happy birthday, Vlad.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Mine's next Tuesday, so I thought we were gonna get an early present. 25 years in the making, But that's short. But I mean, look, those guys must be exhausted. That was like 7 straight weeks of some of the most inspired football I've seen in my life.
Agree.
And shout out to Carson Beck. That man's been getting crapped on all year by every fan base, including ours. And he kept coming back, putting the team on his back. And like Jay said earlier, I thought when we got that ball back, I'm like, man, in my head, thank God for that SMU game, because you know what he's not going to do is throw this game away. They got close.
We had so – but you know what? In fairness to the situation, what ended up happening was the last thing we thought would happen, right? We say, right. I thought we were done with this. He looked more baffled than us.
Yeah. I mean, but hey, look, shout out to the Indiana fans too, and all these loser FSU and Notre Dame fans online. Y'all suck, kick rocks. Listen, we were in the chip and we hung in there better than any other team in the playoff, man. Can't ask for more.
I appreciate it, Clayton. Take care, man.
Yeah,
he's right. I'm all for telling him to kick rocks.
He's right. Like this is probably the only, this was pretty competitive. The Ohio State game was that was tough watch,
Which one?
The Ohio State game.
Miami?
When they played, no. When we're talking about Indiana has run through everybody except, in the Big Ten championship
Except the
game.
good teams that they had to face.
Right.
Ohio State and Miami.
Right. So I you got to be proud of your team, even though you're disappointed. It's a tough thing in sports that you go through both emotions. Yeah, I'm glad we got. It sucks that we lost. It's a hard thing to. What's up?
I'm sorry, Leroy. Come on, Amamako. Come on, man. Tua much hard rock from ever having a game-winning drive. Come on, man.
Wait, so
how is Tua catching strays?
So we got to go outside the stadium and do like what a Santeria.
Come on now, Malcolm. How's he catching straight? Yeah, like we got to do we got to do what that Pittsburgh priest did right before the game against Baltimore.
Does Tua have a meeting with the new coach? Like, does that ever happen?
Yeah. You know why? Because he got $50 million attached to him. $99 million. He gonna have a meeting with him.
Does he go to the press conference?
I think it would be and this is you want this. I think the new coach that comes in needs to have a conversation with Tua along with the GM. Okay? Because however this goes, they're going to have to kind of come together to make something happen. So if it doesn't work and Tua, they decide to go their different ways, right? Then guess what? That's the way they're going to go. If they're going to trade for or not, Malik Willis is a free agent.
Yes.
So if they're going to bring Malik Willis in, right, and take the hit, I mean, do you still want them competing? Do you want to do the same thing and just give Malik Willis the job?
It depends what Malik Willis because I imagine a lot of teams are going to pursue him as far as he'll get backup opportunities.
Here's the key: if it was the offensive coordinator, like if it was the offensive coordinator, he might have a better chance of having the end. But it's the defensive coordinator.
But I think if he even if they feel, we just assume that they like him. But if they did, I think what's probably going to sway him is like, no, you're going to get the chance to start. Like maybe he goes up against Quinn Ewers or something like that. But
yeah,
because I think he'll have every backup opportunity around the league. Like everybody will.
No. Here and that's the thing when you look at, the route that Sam Darnold took. When you look at route that some of these people took, it maybe came quicker than they expected. But a lot of guys got opportunities because of injury, but they were going in with that mindset that they were gonna play at some point.
Chicky says, it's funny kicking rocks was being mentioned earlier because rocks is the only thing I want to see Carter Davis kick again.
Jeez,
he had a tough playoff.
And well, listen.
Well, the fact that he hit the goalpost twice, like that's harder to do than making a damn field goal.
That's facts.
That's true.
Like you understand that thing is smaller than the football, and you hit it twice. And then let me tell you something, because now I'm hot. Because this what happens when you root for somebody, and they hit the goalpost twice, and then the other team hit the goalpost and it goes in all the time. That is, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
it happened twice.
You in championship games and field goal kicking, it just has to bring you nightmares.
It brings you nightmares.
And the sound it makes too.
Oh, why was it so damn loud? Why was that doink so loud?
Doink! It's almost
Come
like
on.
when they put the mic in the basketball, they put the mic in the goal. Oh, dude, it was so brutal. I'm like
10 points. 10 points off special teams, man. We missed the
10
field goal,
and
and we let a block happen that goes in the end.
And the thing about games like this is that you don't. And here's the terrifying thing of playing in games like this: you don't know when that play is. You're playing the whole game, and you don't know when that moment is because you're just playing the game, right? Maybe it's a 3rd and 1 and the running back slips. Maybe it's a field goal. Maybe it's a 4th down opportunity. Maybe it's a block. You don't know what moment that you may be involved in that's going to be that game changer that changes the game. And so, like, I'm more than sure the guy who was blocking number 6 on the other side for the pump block, he did the same thing he had done every other time, just a little bump. And
Just do it better. Just do it better this time. I just needed you to do it better. This is the last time.
Here's what you need. You need people to do things
just better.
Just knowing that this play could be the game changer.
If you're playing the national title game, every play could be the game changer.
You're making a terrible assumption.
Leroy,
People don't.
It's like a game 7 to me. Anytime I see a game 7, hey guys, this could be your last game. Play like it. Play like you want to play, like you want to win. Play like it's the last game.
Can I ask you a question though? Like as a guy who's you have team for your whole life, has a really big screw up. I know you have that with Anderson and whatnot, but like, how much time do you need before? Like, I'm sure you'll pick him up in the moment.
Yeah,
but when you're away from him, how much time do you guys need to really forgive him?
Well, so
like when
you're
when you're at lunch together.
In our situation,
is he invited out?
There was a whole bunch of other stuff that happened during that game. So what people don't realize, Atlanta drove down the field, right, to tie the game, score a touchdown, and tie the game. They had a ball batted in the air, into the end zone. Our safety was parked under the ball. He tried to do breadbasket, and it went right through the wickets. And then they scored on the next play.
Jeez.
So while we're talking about the field goal would have made it 10 points. We still had a 7-point lead, and they drove down the field and scored. So while we thinking about the kick, like there's a lot of football that happened.
But wait a minute, Leroy.
Not answering my question though.
What?
Not answering.
How long did?
How long does it take?
How long?
Because I'm thinking, you know what? For me, I thought about all the other crap that
you would have gone out to lunch with the safety the next day.
Yeah.
Wait.
And I would told him he can't catch worth a damn.
Wait, so he'd go out the next day. How long would it take you to have a meal with Mr. Anderson?
Right after the game.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought maybe some of you guys might.
Again, it's not that You missed the kick at the end of the game, and the game went into overtime. There was a lot of football after that kick that people forget.
See, now we got to pull the curtains back, Leroy. What were we just talking about during the break?
That we're going to put this on one play.
No, but what we always say about you, we had the same conversation just like an hour ago. You said your team, that team, knew that you didn't have a great defense. So the offense always said, if we score 30 and we give them a 2-possession lead, it'll be beneficial for us.
Correct.
Because, what would have happened if you hit that field goal?
A 2-possession lead.
And what would have happened with your defense?
They would have played differently.
There you go.
Right. Because, he still could have caught the ball in there.
I know he could have caught the ball, but if he hits the field goal, it's a 10-point game.
Can I just tell you this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have never seen a grown-ass man try to catch the football the way he tried to catch the football. We were all looking at each other on the sideline going, are you bleeping kidding me?
Damn, 28 years later, it still
Like,
bothers you, man.
He tried to catch that thing like water balloon toss.
That's crazy.
And it went right through the wickets.
We'll take a break. Continue on here on this lovely, well, not so lovely, Tuesday on WQAM. Your Miami Hurricanes fall in the national title game. The Dolphins got a new coach. Miami Heat start off their road trip with a stinker. Jimmy Butler's ACL is torn. And, back after this. Welcome back. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Get your headlines this hour. Brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
One of the coolest people I ever met.
Did he have aura?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got a deeper voice than me, which is frightening because he's a tiny fella. Was a tiny fella.
Was he fully clothed?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's very laid back.
You met him at a T-Wolves game?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Very laid
Loved
back.
hoops, right?
Yeah.
He busted Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy.
And Paisley Park was actually a place.
Did you ever get to go there?
I got invited a bunch of times, but I never went. He used to like just play music for people. He was crazy because if you look at his catalog, he's written music for more artists than you would believe or even think he would.
I would love to know what it would take to get that documentary out. There's supposedly like a Michael Jordan Last Dance documentary that'll never see the light of day about Prince.
Really?
Yeah, but his estate won't let it out.
Prince won't let his
estate won't let it out. Yeah, they won't let it out. Apparently, there's stuff in there. I don't know what's in there that they don't want out, but that's apparently like one of the lost documentaries that like nobody will ever get to see. Apparently.
I mean, is there any like there's been like I would say like music from a movie that, you know, like I remember who was it? Whitney Houston. The movie she did, Bodyguard. That thing was a banger. That whole, you know, all the songs from that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But Purple Rain, oh my goodness. Growing up, Purple Rain, I even bought Vlad. I even had the purple record, you know, the purple album, the purple vinyl.
I missed him performing Purple Rain, even though I was mere feet away because I was serving chicken wings to Paris Hilton.
Oh, here at the stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
Some it rained.
Oh, this was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Ooh. What was that? Was that Colts Saints? Or was that
That
Bears
was
Colts?
Bears Colts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bears Colts. No, for Saints, I was in the media tent. I was working here then, but I didn't get to go in the game. I watched it in a tent.
Wow, what a
we've had to do that before for boxing.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor and Floyd. Yeah.
Didn't bother you. You won a big bet.
Ooh,
big bet.
goodness. Killed him.
Big bet.
Killed him.
Did I do the sponsor of the headlines?
No, not yet.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Schmieden says, no one is shocked that Tobin missed Super Bowl halftime show instead of being around fried chicken. You know, Schmieden, I didn't even get to eat it, you rat bastard. It's torture. The thing I just found funny is like they had Paris Hilton's handler. He goes, excuse me. I'm like, yeah. Are there any restaurants here? And I'm like looking at the guy like he's a dummy. I'm like, dude, we're at the Super Bowl. Like, this is the restaurant. That's how it works.
You want to get an 8-inch fillet?
That's how, yeah. Well, that's how, but like, you know, people are, you saw like all the celebrities that are there and they're just kind of walking around the corridor because like everybody paid a gazillion dollars. We had the Baldwin brothers come by our stand.
Which one? Stephen and William or Alec and William?
Stephen and William.
Okay.
Yep. Stephen was the one who was getting the food.
Yeah.
He was handling it. But yeah, that was something. Anywho, you Canes lose last night, 27-21. The Dolphins hired their coach. Jeff Hafley is their man. This was what Stephen Ross had to say. He says, I believe great things are ahead for the Miami Dolphins with Jeff Hafley leading the way. Jeff is an accomplished coach with a proven track record as a leader and motivator. He has tenacity and grit, while at the same time establishing trust with his players in order to get the most out of them. I'm excited to see where Jeff leads us alongside John Eric Sullivan and our entire football operation as we seek to return the Dolphins to sustained success. Jeff is a man of integrity, intellect, and great passion who players will buy into and play for. That was a quote from John Eric Sullivan at the end there. So I don't know. I'm sure they'll be introduced at some point this week, right? Like we're going to get that whole intro presser.
Yeah.
Might happen during
couple of days.
Might happen during Mario's last presser. The way the Dolphins were
No,
running operations.
If the Canes would have won, it would have been during the parade.
Oh, absolutely.
They would be like, "Oh, you know what we should do? Everybody's talking about Canes. Let's have it on the parade. That's when we should do it." So that's that. The Dolphins have their man. They are Little Green Bay right now. They will visit Green Bay this year. That'll be one of the games. The Miami Heat, if you guys didn't stay up last night, didn't miss much. The Heat lost 135-112 at the hands of the Golden State Warriors. The big story in this game is honestly a former Miami Heat player, Jimmy Butler, tore his ACL. People are really mad at Podziemski for that pass. They said he threw a hospital ball. Jimmy landed on his knee awkwardly, and he had to be helped off. He was in a lot of pain. Jimmy Butler has responded because people are wondering, hey, is this his career now? He's 37. That's not Achilles. Like, I could see him coming back from a torn ACL. He's got 1 year left. Well, this is what he put. He put a meme, of course, and it's referring to himself as General Soreness. Leroy's not here for the jokey jokes.
No.
All right.
No.
You don't feel bad for him at all?
No.
Really? Interesting.
I don't like.
I would have figured with injury, you would have put grudges aside.
No, it. How can I be nice about this, Vlad? What was one of the problems that Spo and Pat had about him?
Availability.
Thank you.
Okay, but this is a fluke injury. Like he
doesn't
landed
again
badly. It's not like he's leaving to go to
so
tennis.
is having that word I can't pronounce with Tyler.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. It's
right.
It's costochondral.
I know what it is. It has to do with the connection of the ribs to your sternum.
Right.
So, okay, again, I sympathize with guys that get hurt. But when you really have an injury versus the times you kind of use to take some days off, and we still get mad that you're missing time, I'm not apologizing for that. Okay, it would be a different situation if it happened to Bam, right? Because that guy goes out there and plays with whatever. But a guy that's always hurt, you look at it more like, here we go again.
Well, I think it's because, are you saying that because of where he's at in his career, or you're just saying because he would play, personal days and whatever? You're just done with it?
I'm just saying in general, the fact that some athletes miss games and now they have an injury to really miss games, right? To me, because they've taken it and used the term loosely, I'm out. Now you're really
feel how
injured.
you feel.
You're really injured, and I'm like, yeah. To me, it's just you're missing games. I don't know what to say. When and let me see if I can do this from a fan perspective. When you get to the playoffs, or you get to that moment in the season where you got to have it, if one of your players misses time, do you care why? If it happens over and over and over and over and over again, you tend to lose the reasons as to why it's happening, and you just look at it as it's happening.
I don't. I think if you have an injury that's like a fluke and it's really long term, I think that's different than if you always get bumps and bruises all over the place that keeps you out.
Again, a kid and use this from if you have a person,
if Tyler came back from the rib injury, God forbid, but he suffered then another season-ending injury, you wouldn't feel bad for him? Be like, that's kind of wrong.
I would feel bad for the injuries and stuff like that. But at the same time, the Heat organization look at this differently. When he got the letter to Tyler was, hey, buddy.
Well, do you think the Heat's looking at the Jimmy thing and being like, see, that's why, dodged a bullet?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know why you don't do that.
Because it's the same thing where people would have been like, if the Heat would have gotten Dame, right? And then Dame blew out his Achilles, and people are like, you see, the Heat dodged a bullet. I'm like, no, you don't get to.
No, but the Jimmy missing games bullet, it's not really a bullet. You knew it was coming. For however it got there.
Yeah, I would be more like that. See, if the problem and the pattern continued of missing the games the way that he did with the Heat, then same. But if like he ends up having a catastrophic injury like he did, I don't know. I don't look at it the same.
But do you like, you may not look at him the same, but you're getting to the same situation that I would sympathize more if Jimmy had played 70 games for the last 4 years.
He was playing a lot for the Warriors. I mean, he only missed, I think, 5 games this season.
Okay. Might be like,
maybe. I don't know. It was a rough land. And he's old. He's had a lot of wear and tear. I acknowledge it. Do you think now he's thinking to himself, good thing I made a stink. Got that extra $60 million.
Yeah, of course. Of course, a player knows how his body feels more than anybody. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I don't know. I just think it gets to a point where you can be patient and understanding with a guy that misses some time and has, but when it happens over and over again, why it's happening becomes less irrelevant. And what becomes more relevant. And what becomes more relevant is the fact that you're just missing games. That's it.
It's a big word for me, dog.
Let that man enjoy his birthday today, man.
Yeah, happy birthday to Tyler Herro. I hope your ribs feel better, dude, because that sounds like it sucks.
It's not even like, I don't know whether it's the sternum or the ribs.
That guy's he's literally like, I'm learning of
they
new
had to
injuries because of
move
Tyler Herro.
move an extra bone from his foot.
Yeah, he's had this has been see, this is why this is the thing though. This is kind of why I feel bad, because I know Tyler Herro is not a durable player. Flat out. He's not a durable player. But I feel bad because, like, look at these injuries. Extra bone in his foot or ankle, wherever the hell it was. He then got kicked in the back of the leg that messed up his toe, and now he took a shot, I think it was from Matherin, hit him in the solar plex, and then, like, this is just lingering. Like, who has these injuries? What are these injuries?
Yeah, well, if he had got swole like you suggested he did, maybe he'd have some more protection around them bones.
I don't know. Schmieden says, don't look at those comments. Well, now I have to.
You can't, Smithy, you can't tell that man not to do something.
Is this uncouth to read the birthday comments on Tyler Herro's happy birthday Instagram?
I mean,
they do it on TV.
They do it all the time.
All right. Let's see. All right. The first one says, I love you, Tyler. Please get back ASAP. This team needs you right now. That's nice. Let's see. Don't care. Can we make a trade already?
Jesus. Out the gate. Just don't care. Just can we make a trade?
A lot of these are positive. I don't know if the Heat's gatekeeping these comments.
They might be.
They might be. These are, because honestly, it's a lot more positive. There's a lot of happy birthdays. Happy birthday, Tyler. We need you on the court. Wishing you a happy birthday and a speedy recovery.
So here's a question.
He said, one guy says he is good, but he can't play 3 straight games.
Oof.
If he will not be more consistent and healthy, we need to trade him. Then a guy goes, trade, bro.
I feel bad for Tyler, because if the team wins when he's not playing, he's the cause of it. If the team loses and he's not playing,
he's the cause of it.
He's the cause of it. Oh, they need him back.
I mean, I just think situations like this have presented itself because his inability to be consistently playing.
There's an account that says the Chilean Heat. It says, Feliz cumpleaños, baby goat.
That's happy birthday in Spanish.
Necesitamos tu mejor versión.
Hey.
We need you majorly.
You can't.
What?
Dude.
We need you back.
Wasn't that inappropriate?
Majorly.
How did you know?
What he say? Yeah,
no, I know you're translating it, but he reading it just willy-nilly. Something sneak up in there. I know him.
He's got Rosetta Pebble.
No, he does not. He's just reading willy-nilly.
It might not be Rosetta Stone, but at least Rosetta Pebble could work for him.
I just opened the hidden comments.
Oh, here we go.
F his birthday, send his ass to Milwaukee.
Jeez. At least he's going back home.
Speaking for most Heat fans, he has no future with the team. He and Rozier will be off the team soon.
Can you bet on that?
Injured again. Bleep this. I'm a Spurs fan till he's traded. One guy just goes, F you.
Wow.
That's not nice.
You just skipped the pleasantries.
No pleasantries at all.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, we'll take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM.
Always got to look up, check for leaks.
Oh, yeah. Got to be careful. So Cam Ward's got Robert Saleh as his coach.
Oh, they hired him?
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to hire him. They're going to hire him. So who's...
Is it the most important... It seems like all these places that are hiring head coaches, it seems like the most important person that they have to bring in is the offensive coordinator.
You have to have a
for the defensive guys, yeah.
Yeah, you have to have a quarterback. So then
I heard something interesting today with Omar. He said that Green Bay has a policy they don't allow coaches to get poached. What does that mean? Like, so they'll just say no.
If they're under contract, they have to give you the okay to talk to them and hire him. However, there's a rule, and here's where people need to understand how it works. You can't leave for a parallel job. It has to be a better job. So why do you think the NFL has so many assistant head coaches? You understand? He's not offensive coordinator. He's an assistant head coach because technically that's a step up. And then you could pay him and he can leave. They can't stop anybody from leaving if he's going up. So they do it with the title. So they can still lose coaches.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like a point where they couldn't.
No. Nobody could tell you if you can't do it to make a lateral move, but you can do it to move up. Right? Why did they what about the GM?
I don't know.
What about the new GM? How did he get to leave?
I mean, I'm sure like they got to get permission, but I'm just saying, like, are they just very stingy about guys leaving for another staff? That's why I was confused. I was like, oh, that kind of sounds like a pain in the ass to put a staff together.
No, it does. They say that that has more to do with if they don't want them, right? But they can't, like, if a guy goes from being a coordinator to a head coach, they can't stop that. I mean, they can stop you from interviewing, during playoffs. Kind of crazy.
Pretty crazy, man.
With a team that doesn't have an owner.
Man, that's a wild one to check out with them. But I'm with you. That one, I think Weaver is interviewing again with Baltimore today, so he may get that gig.
Mr. Flores might get Pittsburgh.
Really?
Wow.
I saw they were interviewing McCarthy.
They are. I think it'll be battle between McCarthy and Flores.
And then
half the jobs have been
filled up,
at least 4.
And then McDaniel didn't get the Lions job.
No, he didn't get the Lions OC.
People are talking maybe Bucks, but apparently they hired the Cardinals offensive coordinator, which I was like, what? So, but apparently, reportedly McDaniel and they liked him, but he just wasn't a fit. So I don't know.
We're gonna get McDaniel and Vic as offensive and defensive coordinators of the Philadelphia Eagles.
That'd be crazy.
That's gonna be funny.
That would be crazy.
With Jalen Phillips.
And then, I mean, I don't think you think he even gets interviewed. Do you think he gets interviewed for the Bills job?
No. Come on, man. McDermott owned him. You think they want to go? That's
I don't know what they want.
I don't know. I think the most unattractive job right now is Cleveland. So, like, he might end up in a place like Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because
I think the Dolphins are right there with Cleveland. Like, I think and so when people talk about the Dolphins' expectations of who they were going to get, like, they're right, like them, Cleveland, Arizona, like that's
all teams that don't have a quarterback,
don't have quarterback,
or don't want it,
and are tied up with a ton of money on their quarterbacks.
Right.
So you got nicer weather.
It has been my observation that fans are not as patient as you need them to be to go through a situation like this, right? When the games start being played next year, If the Dolphins are losing, the fans are going to be upset. That's
Right.
just kind of how it goes. You're not going to be understanding.
And I think that's the thing where, like, I know people don't find the Hafley hiring sexy. I don't either, but I understand.
What do you think? You think you get a pick of the litter with this situation?
I'm just saying I understand with Hafley and Sully wanting to be on the same page because they know each other.
And they know they gotta it's a long road.
It's a long road.
And so you need to have somebody who you know is going to be on the ship the whole time because you're in it together versus a person that you hope is tied in. And here's the scary part, right? A lot of times in these situations when you bring a new guy in or a guy you're unfamiliar with because you think he's the best fit for the job, what ends up happening is when them streets need a body, it's every man for himself.
Right. Rats off a ship.
Right. So that's it.
We'll take a break here on the program. We'll mix things up in the mixed bag coming up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Bangless in Miami.
What?
Bangless in Miami.
Yeah. No bangs.
No bangs.
Oh yeah, they were not acting correct. They were not acting correct.
Oh, the bang. So
Wait, first of all,
the bangs
your
weren't bang?
what? No, her what was looking like I was.
No, because I
speaking of
couldn't.
something a
I
little
didn't hear
shady.
you for some reason.
Okay.
So your bangs aren't bang. So you
No.
decided
No,
to go
they
straight.
because on camera, like it shows like I only have one hair here, but like in person, they're all there. I don't know. It's weird. Doesn't matter.
You got
-1
for no bangs.
for making it weird.
Yeah.
You guys made it weird when you mentioned it.
No, I didn't. I just said.
I didn't hop on here to talk about my hair.
Wow. Well, listen.
That's another one. She just got hit again.
Why you just-
-1
Yeah.
for lashing out.
Yeah. Why are we like very aggressive?
Really, dude.
Right.
Oh.
You know we in a bad spot right now. We feel bad. You
know
know,
what?
So you have
situation
to go
didn't
and
work
take it out
like
of my
we
bag?
wanted to. No, I just made a comment and then you attacked.
Anyway,
Did anybody do a wellness check on Brittany?
I'm about to.
I
right now.
actually did.
Really?
Last night
Did
she
you?
was
Is she
not
okay?
having it.
She was
No.
not having it. No.
She needed a
Was
hug.
she hoarse?
Well, I
was she
didn't
hoarse?
call her. I texted her.
Maybe we should call her.
We don't call the young people. Don't call folks no more. They just
They should
text
be like,
them.
who's this?
Mhm.
Anyway, get into the mixed bag. The Miami Hurricanes, they lose. And Mario Cristobal, this is when he was asked how much this loss will fuel the Canes.
Well, I mean, it's not about me. I mean, doesn't matter the day or the time. I'm always going to be really, really motivated because this is not for me. This is for the University of Miami. So our drive and determination's always been off the charts, and it's fueled by them. Like, I want to do well by them, you know, and the fact that they leave here without the national title in hand like that, it's really hard to deal with, you know. And again, if you're worth a damn as a competitor, you take all that stuff and you give it a direction, and the direction is to always let these guys know wherever they are in life, always got their back, always a phone call away, no matter what, like my coaches have always been for me. And the ones that follow them, they will understand what the standard is, and they'll be held to it. They'll be held to that standard by these guys wherever they are and holding them. But they've also learned it now, and now it's got to be put into action. You don't just automatically return to a game like this just because you're mad. I think that's the biggest misconception in sports. Oh, well, they almost got there. They'll be back next year. That's a bunch of bull. You got to apply all the lessons learned. You've got to improve as from a roster standpoint, a regimen standpoint, discipline, everything, and move forward. And these guys have set the standard to help us get there.
It's tough, man.
Tough, dude.
It's tough. It is.
And not the tough like Mario Cristobal tough.
Yeah, but
It's
the
just tough.
problem is like I made that mistake that he's talking about.
Thinking you're back.
We got to the NFC Championship game, and next year came up. We start rolling through people again, and I would say we were up 27-20 at halftime against the Rams, and lost 49-27.
I think the next thing
That was
you
the
just-
greatest show on turf.
I think you just got to hope that the Canes, you know, one thing is like, can they get their first ACC? Is that that's the first step, right? Like you get through this year, you try and run roughshod through that stupid conference that's always
Right.
been at a distance, and then you know, you don't have to sweat getting in so much, and then
Mhm.
we'll see where it falls. I mean, the Canes had a really tough road too. I mean, they took on
It wasn't like, look, they had the toughest road to get to the championship game. I mean, when you talk about they had to go through Texas A&M, then Ohio State, then Ole Miss, who was also everybody. Let's be honest, everybody was shocked they were there.
Cool story though.
Yeah,
they didn't give that kid an extra year. That's not nice.
He's gonna sue him.
Yeah,
who's gonna sue?
Trinidad Chambliss.
Nah, you better get his ass to the draft. I need him in the second round.
Hey, you are black.
Playtime's over, buddy.
Yeah, come
Time
in
to
more
face
years
the
you
real
want to be in
world.
college. No, kid, go earn a living in the pros.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, we need him too.
He says he's taking things just day by day.
Teams are holding off on their trade moves to see what happens with you, Giannis.
Oh,
how do you feel about that?
He's gonna answer now.
Can't control that. Then I can't control what other teams do, man. I just try to focus on my job, which is go out there, compete, and try to win games.
Last week, it felt like a turning point when the fans in Milwaukee booed you and you booed them back. How did that moment feel in your heart?
Felt great. I don't know, for some reason I enjoy being the villain this year.
Even with your own fans?
It doesn't really matter with everybody. It doesn't matter. It just makes my motor go more. You know, it makes me hungry when I play. It just makes me compete more. It doesn't matter. I just love playing basketball, and anything that can kind of spark my fire in me, I love it.
How confident are you'll finish the season with the Bucks?
I don't know. I take it day by day.
Like, but that's a weird question, though. Right? How confident you are?
Giannis, how confident are you that you will finish a Milwaukee?
Why are you talking like a Formula One racing?
He talks like
analyst?
David Beckham.
How confident? Oh, what's going on with the Beckhams? Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's like a lot of trauma.
Brooklyn's hating on his parents, man.
This is crazy. Did you see this?
No.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
hating
the
on his
Suns
parents.
lashing out at the Suns. He said that Posh, according to him, was dancing inappropriately with him at the wedding, upstaged the wedding.
Whose wedding?
His wedding.
His wedding.
Beckham beef.
Be honest, Posh.
Be honest, Posh.
That's when she should be really honest. I would love to know what's going on.
Were you inappropriate with our son? Be honest. Sorry. Apologize. Hey, Sergei Bobrovsky fought yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's hear Paul
Loved
Maurice's
it.
thoughts on it.
I think it was an emotional outlet for him. He felt he probably needed one. The goalies, you don't want them hurting their hands and stuff like that. But sometimes the goalie is a lonely position and has been for him for a bit. You know, like he's not getting some breaks on pucks that come off him. And it's good that he feels tied for the team. When it was over and he survived, I thought, well, man, that would be the juice that pushes us over the top. If we could have a real good chance to score right after it, like, you know, kind of light the building up, light the bench up. I'd rather Sergei didn't fight.
Can we just talk about one of our friends who listens to the show religiously and is a great contributor? I'm worried for Dade South.
Dade South, he's MIA, right?
He's all he's doing is giving us portal updates. He's not even giving
just
himself
moving on.
He's
He's just
not
moving
giving
on.
himself 24 hours.
No, because you know what? You just can't think about it. And then God forbid you have ESPN or streaming. You're gonna see this game over and over for the next 6 days or
nonstop.
so.
He's just been like, hey, top pass rusher in the portal.
He just dropped.
Well, here's a question I need.
Baby
to know.
Mendoza in the portal.
Does anybody know how Matthew Tkachuk made it to the game, and if he made it?
He did. Well, he tweeted that he made it to the game. Or he
At
posted on Instagram.
what time?
I don't know.
Maybe halftime.
I don't know.
No,
The
that
game
ended a little later because of the fight.
Yeah, the game ended. I think the game ended about halftime. So
that must have been the quickest shower, and he talked to the media.
Yeah, he had to. First game. Them's the rules.
All right.
You gotta talk. It's 2 minutes.
If he got there in the fourth quarter, he didn't miss anything. He got there at the best time.
Probably.
Yeah.
He just wanted to say he did it. Because if I was Matthew Tkachuk, I'd be like, it'd be great after my first hockey game. And he got lit up at one point too. Got taken off the ice.
Really?
Like literally like sent flying. If I was him, you know what I'd do? Nap.
Right.
I don't know. Just like why would some things just don't work out, Vlad. You're just like, I know that the rich are like, you know what? If I can make it, I'm gonna make it. But like, I feel like just dealing with South Florida traffic, I just be like, nah, it didn't work out today. The Panthers, the Panthers play.
Says the guy that drives from damn near Orlando to come to work.
Yeah, which is
and
why
then stays here and then goes to Heat games.
Yeah, but that's why I appreciate.
Somebody would say that's crazy.
Yeah, You got to be boots on the ground. By the way, he tweeted that. That's what he posted on Instagram.
That's what I was showing you. He
posted
put boots on the ground.
Mm.
Wish they would have kept it boots on the ground, that interception.
Damn.
A boot. Yeah. I just like it's easy to look at a game and kind of get a feel for it of what's going on. But I would say this. I shouldn't have a better feel of the game than the people playing it.
True.
And that pass that he threw seemed like a pass kind of like Caleb Williams threw at the end of the game, like where he had to make a play. And that wasn't the time or place for that. And that's what's confusing about it. Why did you have to throw that now?
Right. Right. Two people went Leroy Jenkins last night. It was Carson Beck at the end, and it was Sergei Bobrovsky.
Why we got to do that?
That's what it is.
Why can't he go?
But there's good Leroy Jenkins, there's bad Leroy
Well,
Jenkins.
Boz was good Leroy Jenkins, and then
Beck
Bex was bad Leroy
yeah.
Jenkins.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, the whole Leroy Jenkins thing is the fact that oh hell, Leroy, no, oh God, we're getting killed, no, just a whole
plan this all out.
Yeah, like
Beck,
how big of a nerve?
Let's do this, Leroy Oh no, we got to take a break here on the program because I want to impress Galen by being on time on the clock. Back after this. Oh, man. Happy birthday to Vlad. Happy birthday to Tommy Tobin.
Yes.
So,
happy birthday to Tyler Herro.
Yeah.
Steve Goldstein.
Happy birthday to Goldie.
So
I haven't heard the Goldie call last night.
It was a good one. It was
that
a good one.
call last
Yeah.
night, the Bobrovsky fight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
So Vlad, so I'm hungry as hell, right?
Me too.
But here's the kicker. So I saw Solana eating
the chicken wrap.
Yeah. I said, "Oh, eating a burrito? It's a wrap. Like it looks the same to me, right?" So I was like, man, when I left this morning, I was hungry, right? And I walked by the refrigerator and I looked in. Ribs and mac and cheese, right? And I told Tobin, I said, you do not know how hard I wanted to throw a couple of them in the microwave and eat them on the way to work.
Bro, you can't eat.
Leroy, that would actually be insane.
I already think you eating chicken wings in your car is insane behavior.
Why?
But if you would have,
they have grip.
If you would have housed down a
Not
rib-
enough.
No, I would, dude, not.
I
had 6 of them lined up.
Oh,
ready
I
to
picture you
go.
like Fred Flintstone, like one bite and like all the
No.
bone just comes out. That's
Dude,
it.
hey, and I was like, and I got to the outdoor refrigerator, the outside refrigerator, and I put them on the plate, right? And I was about to scoop some mac and cheese. And I'm
Leroy, you have no self-control.
So you're gonna be going down the Gratney with a full serve. Like what? Someone's gonna look over across me like, is that Leroy Horde? Were you gonna at least bring some wet naps?
No, he's gonna have a toothpick next to him.
Were you gonna bring utensils, or were you gonna go full scoopage on the mac and cheese?
No, I put a plastic spoon on the plate.
A plastic spoon?
Yeah,
Leroy?
so I could throw it away. I'm not bringing the good stuff.
Leroy, how many chicken bones are in your inside
None.
in your car? Fries?
None.
Look,
no,
I'm not there, so I
no.
can't go check. You, after the show, have to go look underneath this car.
I have nothing.
Mhm.
Nope, nothing.
You're something, dude.
But no, come on.
What?
I was so hungry.
I understand.
I couldn't find, and I had to hurry up.
Oh, speaking of food,
well, where were you?
How was your ribs yesterday?
Oh yeah,
well, obviously good because you wanted to bring them along. as
Exactly. He
passengers.
wanted more.
Hey, dude, I have done the no look into a bag of goodies and pulled out food. Like if I go to Publix, I say, hey, put that in the bag by itself. They go, why I need room for the bones. They get-
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
I think the hardest thing to eat in the car is not even a rib or a chicken because they have their own grip. Like you can like it has its own. A cheeseburger or a sandwich is the hardest thing to eat.
What?
Wait, how you telling me? So bread doesn't have a grip?
Yeah, but sometimes the stuff comes out of the.
And so does the chicken wing because
No, it
they all
doesn't.
end up
Sauce
underneath
doesn't
your
drip
car
out?
seat.
No, I'm not getting like no.
You're not a Looney Tune, dude. Like it doesn't just like
Wait.
leave all the way with just like there's no meat left on the bone.
Are you
It's
eating
crazy.
chicken with no sauce or anything on it? You just eating dry chicken?
When I get the chicken wings, like if I get chicken wings from Publix or from whatever, I get some that don't have a lot of sauce, right? So yeah,
It's crazy, man.
if you get lemon pepper wings, they don't have a lot of stuff that get all over the place.
It got lemon pepper.
Yeah,
but that's it.
What were these dry rub ribs, or did you have barbecue sauce on them?
Oh no, I cooked. Listen, the way these ribs were, that barbecue sauce was cooked on there. It was lovely. Now I'm thinking about it, but here's the problem. I ain't gonna lie. You got to be careful in that house. Mima is a serial snacker.
Wow.
You go. I've walked in the house before, and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to get these little leftovers. And Mima goes, who had that Chinese last night? It was good.
That's messed up. You can't ask me who
I know,
had.
that's not nice.
Well, first of all, the minute you said who had, that means it's in the past tense
Yeah.
automatically. That means you ate it.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, Mima. So
That's
yeah,
messed up.
yeah.
Man.
Because we all like different food. So the food that's in the refrigerator from me or from Mel or from Rebecca or from Fonz, it's all different stuff, right? But Mima ain't got no shame in her game. She touch them all.
Did you were you able to get through the game and not lethargic at all with all the ribs?
Yeah, because when I cook, when you come over my house and I cook, you very seldomly see me eat.
I don't see you eat.
Right. Because I'm like, I'll grab a rib here. I had a hot dog. We had some hot dogs with some chili.
Fuel as you go.
Right. And so I'm just kind of doing, that kind of thing. I very rarely let myself get to where I'm super, super hungry, except when I come here. And that's terrible. Because, like, if I'm at home, I'll grab an apple or a snack on something, right? And I just I'm continuously eating something all day. When I come here, I get the grumbellies. And I'm hangry. And the situation last night didn't help. And, yeah.
The Miami Hurricanes, of course, they go down. That was a disappointing way to go. The Dolphins, they hired their new head coach, Jeff Hafley. I'm trying to find.
Are they getting paid $7-8 million now?
Who?
The coaches?
New coaches.
He got 5 years, B.
He got 5 years. Yeah, I don't know what.
40, 5 years, 40.
They don't tell the only number that I saw was Harbaugh's. Because Harbaugh got he got 100 million
for 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah, they haven't
because you know why?
Half-Fleet's monetary
Harbaugh
details.
wasn't interviewing you. I mean, Harbaugh wasn't interviewing for the Giants job. The Giants were interviewing for Harbaugh.
Yeah, you have to impress him.
Right.
Micah Parsons, he tweeted out yesterday, genuinely happy for Hoff. Great guy, great person, gonna miss his energy. So there you go. Micah Parsons loved him.
And also GM, while discussing this hire.
He probably had more interaction with the DC than the GM.
Right. Well, he said he mentioned Jalen Waddle, Patrick Paul, Aaron Brewer, and Devon Achane. No mention of Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, why would he? He's not going to be here.
Especially when Malik Willis is going to be here.
Yeah, he's not going to be here, dude.
Are they going to just cut him, or are they going to try to find a trade partner?
They're going to try to find a trade
Probably
partner.
find a trade.
Who's going to trade?
I think it also has to do with the date. I think they got to wait a certain date.
Do they have to wait? It's before June, right? Or
Something
after
like
June?
that, yeah.
Yeah, but if they trade with a pick and do what is it? The Gusweiler. Osweiler.
Yeah.
When they do the Osweiler and send them with a pick.
Do you want to do that, or is the damage done? Just eat it, because you're going to do something cheap anyway.
If you can do that and send them with a pick, you're basically selling the pick. So you can get some cap relief just by doing that.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure that that's all going to be thrown in there for a plan with it. But I would imagine, yeah, that's why when I asked you, I said, does Tua even meet the new coach? I was like, because I don't even feel like what's the
sure
point?
you gotta have a conversation with him.
You changed the key cards at all?
On who?
The new players,
Tua.
He's still an employee.
You think Tua's not going to be allowed in? By the way, Leroy, I know you got some funny stories about when guys get cut or don't realize they got cut or let go, and they try to get into the building, and then their key card is not working.
We had a key card, but it didn't really work like that because you just got buzzed in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you go to bed at night sometimes, and you've watched film from practice during the day or a game. And you go to bed at night, especially in camp, and you go, I highly think I'm going to have a roommate tomorrow. And then at 6 a.m, I remember the young fella I had in my room one camp. I was trying to help him out, running back, but he was hard-headed. We get that knock on the door. He said, hey, somebody at the door. I said, hey, young fella, that knock ain't for me.
That's wild.
Like, I know what that knock means. That knock is not for me. So yeah. But and they do it early. They try to do it before anybody gets up, especially that last cut day. Like, you used to be in camp. Now everybody breaks camp. So you just, when you have practice the next day, guys aren't there. But you used to hear that knock. Dude, no lie, it sounded like you had to evacuate the building on that last cut day.
There's apparently some news on the Canes. So the Canes were supposed to get Duke's quarterback, Darian Mensah.
He backed out.
No. Duke is suing him.
Oh, wait.
This is how this is going. I told you this is how it's going to work. He signed a NIL deal.
But when did he sign that NIL deal? He has to sign one every year.
This is from.
Does he?
That's
No.
That's how they keeping the kids. Every year they're signing them to another year deal. It's basically you got 1 year deals with these kids. That's why they're
With
able
the
to
NIL?
portal. Yeah, that's why they're able to enter the portal. And then that's why you've noticed we've had signed when they keep a player, they say, yes, we have re-signed.
But he entered the portal, like he put out a whole statement on it this weekend, and everybody said, well, he's going to the Canes. Like that was what this was going to be their guy after the whole thing fell out with the Arizona kid. And so it's this is from Sportico saying Duke University on Tuesday sued quarterback Darian Mensah, who last Friday entered the transfer portal, claiming he breached a multi-year NIL contract that ends December 31st, 2026. The school seeks an injunction and a restraining order in Durham County Superior Court to effectively block Mensah from leaving the Blue Devils to join another program. It's being reported that Mensah could join the University of Miami, which lost to Indiana in Monday's championship game.
So it was they give multi-year deals out. That's why I was worried. It's not 1 year deals. They give multi-year deals
Can they
out.
do anything about this? Like, is this
No.
really something that they could bar him, or because also like you're gonna so what? You're gonna play a guy who you're suing?
You just got Dave South excited. Look at him. He's not an employee. He can go where he wants.
No, but he's
with
on
Xavier Lucas
and this
Wisconsin.
is the problem I've always had with this.
Nothing will come of this.
Right? This is the problem I've always had. There's guys that sign NIL that when the bowl season comes, say they ain't playing in the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So can the school sue for that? Right? Like where's the cutoff? Right? We talking about NIL does not come from the university. How can the university sue? And said that's the whole point. NIL is not paid through the university.
They could still use his name, image, and likeness. You just got to play for the Canes.
But you understand what I'm saying? They made it a point to do it that way. That the NIL comes from a collective. That's not associated technically with the university. So
yeah, but most collectives now there is one that's going to be specified for the school. Like you're not going to just sign like the Subway NIL.
No, I know there's some right, but so if it's a multi-year deal, is he required to stay there or can he leave?
Well, he's not
The
an
coach
employee.
can leave.
He's not an employee, so I don't know.
The coach can leave.
It's like, what is the contract for? That's why it's like everybody's like, wild, wild west. As
Right.
Dade South was saying, this happened with Xavier Lucas.
The
last year.
contract is not for playing football.
Wisconsin did this to try to block him from coming here. And I don't think it worked. It didn't work out for him.
No, of course it didn't work.
So
You trying to save face because guess what?
damage is
Here's
done.
the other kicker, Vlad. You want to go back in the building after the people you went to sued you?
That's nasty work there.
I wouldn't want to play for Manny Diaz even if I didn't get sued by him.
You know, I mean, you're an ACC champion.
Oh my
He goes, you want to leave this?
What they were 7-5 and won the
ACC title.
Weirdest conference. We'll take a break. 15 minutes of heat next. Bum, bum. 15 minutes of heat here, brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Heat, woof. They lose 135-112 to the Golden State Warriors last night. Odd game because it was close. And then two things happened that really swung the game in very surprising directions. The Warriors went on a 12-0 run after Jimmy Butler left the game with a knee injury, which ended up being a torn ACL. And then the Heat kind of made their way back, and it was like 11 points in the at the end of the third quarter. Kalel played pretty good. Simone Fontecchio played pretty good.
Caspers
did okay. Did okay. Bam did not.
Oh my God.
Bam was terrible. Jaime Jaquez, not great. So that was weird. But then the Heat had this window, Leroy, in the fourth quarter where Steph Curry got his fifth foul. And it got to and the Heat were down, I think, 9 at the time. And I'm like,
got to keep going after Steph, right?
Window of opportunity. Didn't even have him out there. Fifth foul early in the first quarter. They had to sit his ass down. And then wouldn't you know it, the Heat couldn't score a damn basket. And Buddy Hield and Podziemski could not miss. And they lit the Heat on fire. And it was so they didn't even need Steph Curry to finish the game. It was embarrassing. Also, I'm pretty sure because Pods was talking a lot of smack to the Heat's bench. I don't have this confirmed, but I am going to just assume that Myron Gardner was talking bleep on the bench again because that's what he seems to do. He's an instigator. And Podziemski was just mouthing off at the Heat's bench. No one can stop me. And it's embarrassing. He's Pods. And but I'm assuming it was Myron Gardner because he's a pot stirrer. Pot stirrer.
Takes one to know one.
Well, you may say so. I couldn't even disagree with that. But yeah, Bam, 1 of 13 yesterday. Ew.
Wow.
Not even 2? You couldn't get 2 baskets to go in? 1? After the player of the week. Have they ever rescinded a player of the week?
You can't take back the week
a new
happened. You
week.
can't take back the week.
It's a new week.
We're taking this back. We're giving this to
come on.
We're going to give this to Brunson. Player of the week, you scored 27 points, and you're like, listen, the odds have to even out. I can't keep this going. 4 points tonight.
Could it be that he really wanted to showcase against the Warriors and prove it to Jimmy? That's why he just because he was that first quarter, you could tell he was very aggressive.
He was, and Jimmy was kind of kicking his ass, to be honest with you.
yeah.
Jimmy was I think Jimmy had 13 in the first quarter. But I don't know. Maybe, but he's already had those good performances against Jimmy Butler. He did it after the trade, and he did it this year. Maybe can't say that it wouldn't be. Did the handshake? I didn't notice any handshakes.
I didn't notice any handshakes.
Any handshakes. It was, why? Maybe all the drama's behind because it was Wiggins' return.
Yes, they did give
so
him a special tribute.
Yeah, so Wiggins got a tribute.
Who doesn't like Wiggins?
Oh, everybody loves Andrew Wiggins. Look at him, delightful man. First round pick, maybe his talents are being wasted on this team.
And Jimmy has gone scorched earth through half of the league.
Yes. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to go scorched anywhere now because he's got his extra $60 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Man, that team's gonna go to hell in a handbasket.
I wonder what they do because we were talking about Vlad and I were talking about this a little bit before the game, before the show today. Is that Steve Kerr was asked, "Well, does this open up Kuminga minutes?" And I'm like, I'm so done with the Kuminga Warriors drama because he's Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, but guess what?
But now Steve Kerr's got to go hat in hand and be like,
"You better start because he's got to start moonwalking and start. Hey, Kuminga, are you okay? Are you okay?
That's how it
Are you
works,
okay,
man.
Kuminga?
As a coach, you should probably never go there. But some coaches dig themselves in.
Well, I mean, you do have 4 titles, so we
all
say
can.
ring protection is going away. But if you have multiple rings and you were the head of a dynasty, you have a lot of cachet, so he can talk, but he can also moonwalk it back and try to convince him to.
Is there moonwalking when he's officially requested a trade, though, Vlad? Like, I think this is kind of the point of no return.
AJ Brown requested 3 trades during the Eagles season, and the Eagles, Harvey Roseman told him no, sir.
Yeah,
so I
nobody
mean,
hates winning.
Yeah,
more
but
than
but
AJ
that's
Brown.
because they know AJ Brown is just a grump, right?
So is Kuminga.
Yeah, but Kuminga hasn't they can't sit AJ Brown. They can sit Kuminga.
When they can't sit him anymore.
You'd be amazed at how stubborn people are.
Well, the people have looked at Kuminga's injuries, some of them this year, and gone like, So what if he's like, I wish I could, but
soft tissue.
My back.
We have bad news. Well,
What do we got? What happened?
Pete Thelma from ESPN is reporting that Emory Williams, Miami's quarterback, is entering the NCAA transfer portal.
Best of luck, dude. We'll always have the
Emory. Didn't he play like 2 years ago?
He hasn't really played.
Yeah, he's
significantly.
he's expected to target East Carolina.
There you go.
That's a major downgrade, guys.
Not from not playing.
Still Miami.
But look, I get, but if you're not playing, it's not a downgrade if you can go somewhere and play. Right? Like you can't listen. If you get footage on film of you being competent and being able to play the position and can have some success at it, somebody at some level will take a chance on you. The only way that can happen is if you're not playing. I think a lot of these kids lose track of that. They want to go to the best situation, and next thing you know, they've been in college 4 years. Go where you can play.
Four's being generous now. Some guys are there 6.
But that was COVID. Only those guys that got all them years, COVID has something to do.
Actually, I think it's your earlier point about the Australian players, man. You notice all of them are very old and old enough to buy beer, rent cars for these kids.
The guy that Kane's had, he was
like 30, right?
Didn't he have
a family?
That's what I'm
He had
saying.
a son. He was a scaffolder and like did tattoo artistry in Australia. Like he had a whole business.
Like, how does that go? Hey, mate, I think I'm going to go try that old American football.
We all play Australian soccer, mate, and we just go over here. We learn their stupid rule. You only got to kick it once.
You got any Fosters?
Easiest gig known to man. What I got to do? Kick it far? Blimey. Didgeridoo.
It's not Australia till you say didgeridoo.
That's right. You know the rules.
What about New Zealand?
I don't think they use the didgeridoo.
I played with an Australian.
Did you play with an Australian or somebody
I mean, a New Zealander.
A Kiwi.
A Kiwi.
Oh, you play with a Kiwi?
Yeah. He's a giant.
Nick T
Dude,
says
he was so big.
You're a child till you're 26 in Australia.
Well,
we don't leave our mother's pouch, mate.
So much for 15 minutes of heat. You know what? We'll give them 15 minutes of heat when they give us 15 minutes.
They got
of heat.
15 seconds. They should
What
be
do you
happy.
want? And honestly, Uncle Ruckus, what do you want the breakdown to be? They got smoked. Bam sucked. They play the Kings tonight. What's left?
Oh, this is one of your hated rivals.
No, Sabonis is not playing.
Oh,
Yeah, he's hurt.
But there is DeRozan.
DeRozan always kicks the Heat's ass. He always kicks the Heat's
with
ass.
the midi.
With the midi, and then there's Zach LaVine, who's gonna probably score 30 and have everybody think, "Oh, you should make a
You
trade
got
for
Russell
Zach
Westbrook
LaVine."
too, right? They got Russell Westbrook.
Wow, he's still doing it, huh?
Still doing it.
I think that dude gets a terrible rap for his career.
They need revenge. They haven't
You
beaten.
said,
Give us a Kings
wait,
game
you just
preview.
hit Vlad. What the hell? You don't
Yeah,
think Russ was good?
Oh, I think Russell's good, but I don't think he gets a bad rep. You said he gets a bad rep.
He does. Everybody thinks he's a ball hog and that he
can't shoot.
Right.
He can't shoot.
I think Russell Westbrook would have been perfectly happy finishing out his career in Washington, and LeBron was like, "No, I want you. I swear, I want you." And then like all of a sudden, he was like the guy to blame because the Lakers didn't win. He was like, "I didn't want to be here.
Right.
She just left me alone. I was happy in Washington. They appreciated me. They certainly like me better than that Bradley Beal." LeBron had to stick his beak in. But
where's Bradley Beal's out for the year?
Yeah, he's out for the year.
He pulled a Jimmy.
Yep.
He's out. He's out for the year.
That guy, who's been hurt more, him or Jimmy?
Oh, no, Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal's been very unavailable since he won the scoring title.
And they keep giving him extensions.
Well, he's on the same extension, but he got a new deal to make up for whatever the haircut that he had to take from Phoenix was. And Phoenix was better without him. Phoenix was better without him.
Everybody has proven to be better without him because he doesn't play.
So is he getting a bad rep? So therefore, is he getting a bad rep?
No.
Okay, then. See, look at that. Just prove my point by you just,
No, but I'm saying as far as some of the things that people think about Russ, I mean, that guy is all effort, all 100% energy all the time.
Oh, his effort and way he plays, you can't question.
Right.
Just decision-making shots to let you know.
Oh, my man will pull up from anywhere. And
Yep.
I'm like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
what in his mind made him think he was that guy?
I didn't feel great yesterday when Norm and Steph tried to go 3 for 3. Like Steph Curry's going to win that battle.
Where'd you think that was going to go?
Didn't know we're good. If anybody's going to give you a shot, it's obviously going to be Fontecchio.
Oh, my God.
He actually played good yesterday. Although Nico got the DN. Well, he didn't get a DNP, but he basically only played in garbage time.
Who?
Nico. Simone got the minutes.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who Spo dislikes more, Nico or Kalel.
Oh,
Kalel.
he can't like them both on the same day. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Kalel, it was nice because people were actually lobbing him the basketball, and I was like, oh, guys, look, you can pass to the tall guy. Sometimes this is a foreign concept to people on the
I think with Jovic, though, part of the problem is he does so much that you can't just interchange him with Kalel.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised with like Kalel at 5, Jovic at 4.
No, that's what they'll do, but he went with Fontecchio yesterday because I think Fontecchio has been kind of he's been hustling. He's been doing kind of all the little things. Spo loves that. Can't help himself.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
Next time you talk to Spo,
Mm-hmm.
Why are you whispering?
I would like the little things to be 2s instead of 3s. Not all the stuff that don't add up to no points. Like a guy dives on the floor, it don't mean he need 5 more minutes because he dove on the floor and gave effort. You know what we call that? Rudy syndrome. I don't want that.
Gobert?
No. Rudy from Notre Dame, Rudy.
Oh.
The try-hard kid.
Intangibles.
That's what I really want, Dad. I want to go to Notre Dame.
So what you're saying is he believes too much in the intangibles.
Yes. We need scores.
Interesting.
Like, listen, the hustle sets the tone. I get that. I understand that. You want guys with big effort. But guess what? Big effort don't stop Ant-Man. Big effort don't stop some of these guys.
Talent does?
Yeah.
We'll take away
his effort. He makes winning plays. Do they make winning plays if you never win? Aren't winning plays associated with winning? You can't lose 5 of the last 6 and say, but I love his energy. He makes winning plays.
Karma of the game.
But you're not winning.
Words are words.
We'll take a break. Play a little Damage is Done, my friend, to close things out. Back after this. Okay. Welcome back.
CJ flop.
Stop laughing at yourself and get to.
I need you to get closer to the
get
mic.
to the radio show. What are you doing? You can't leave this man alone with internet.
4 turnovers for just half the price.
Well, for now, he's going to want an extension too. I don't know if they're going to give it to him. We'll see. All right. Damage is done. The damage is done. The damage is done. My damage is done. To be honest with you, it goes to the Miami Dolphins. I don't know what the harm was in waiting till now to announce Jeff Hafley as your head coach. And I understand that not every Miami Dolphins fan is a Miami Hurricanes fan, but they're your tenant. They are your town's college team. And I just thought it was in poor taste. You know, it's you're either doing one of two things. You're either not proud of the hire because you're like, no one's going to like this. Or you're just being a greedy pig and you need attention. And I just think the damage is done. You know, you guys haven't made the playoffs in 26 years, or you haven't won a playoff game in 26 years, excuse me. And you know what that means? It means you could wait 26 hours to announce your head coach. That's what I think. So the damage is done, my friend.
You think anybody was really thinking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I literally don't know.
What's up?
Semifinal game. You mentioned your general manager.
Yeah.
National.
But you
title
think
game.
somebody's strategically sitting back going, this is the best time to announce this?
The new guy.
I don't know.
All right.
But I would have liked to I would have liked to just put it under the I would like just put it on the back burner. You could have, you know what would be a good time to announce it? Right now. Right now. And instead it's like, oh guys, we did this. It's like, oh really? Before the biggest football game that you guys haven't been able to get out here, the biggest football game in 2 decades.
Right.
Guys, we hired the guy you knew we were gonna hire all along. All right, cool, dude. Then hey, was Jeff because Jeff Hafley was gonna go where? To Tennessee? You mean the place that hired a coach 15 seconds later?
Right.
Let them announce that, okay? So Tobin and Leroy in Tennessee could talk about Robert Saleh. Okay. Jeff Hafley. Nothing against him. I'm sure he's a fine man. I just don't understand why I couldn't wait.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna find every situation. We're gonna find something to complain about.
What damage is done for you, Leroy?
All right, so my damage is done is about the game yesterday. As much as I was a Miami fan yesterday, and as much as I enjoyed the ride, I would like for people to understand, and this is where my damage is done, is that all you fans who called and complained about the first half without acknowledging they never had the ball, like, the damage is done. There's certain levels of understanding of the sport you're watching that you can go into before you start criticizing, right? To criticize an offense that only had 14 plays and a half, you're like, enough. Stop it.
Damage is done.
It's just, it's like, it's a pain. I sat with a bunch of, and that's the go-to move. Vlad, the go-to move is, they're being too conservative. They're being too conservative. That's the go-to fan move for every game. Why are they so conservative? 14 plays, buddy. 14 plays. Like, if you're going to make comments like that, look at all the information. It's just so annoying.
But I feel like half the time you're doing this to our listeners, and I think it's just your friend's group chat that you're mad at.
No. It wasn't even the group. People watching the game. People at my house, right? They were saying the same thing, and I'm like, what are you watching?
Gotcha.
Right? What are you watching?
Jennifer, what damage is done for you?
There's so much to pick from, but I mean, I'll keep it kind of funny and say, thank goodness I was not hanging out anywhere around Brickell or downtown or anywhere near all the tourists, because they don't know how to act here in Miami. And there's a video going around that proves everything. there was somebody who was having a great time at a fountain in Brickell, just splashing all over the place. I have a video.
These are Indiana fans, or there's
I
random.
honestly, it's not necessarily telling me
Like, what
who
do
it
you mean
is.
splashing
But like,
around? Thought he was a
so,
frog.
so it's kind of like a bird in a bird bath situation. Look at
Okay.
this,
I see
splashing
the
all over the
guy.
place.
Oh yeah, that guy's definitely on the flocka.
What is he
I'm
doing?
surprised somebody else didn't take him out because usually
Well, there
somebody.
was a lot of people just watching.
Damage is done.
Yeah.
This was before the game, or
It's
It doesn't
not
even know if it
Sunday.
has to do with the game. It was just somebody acting crazy.
No, it was obviously like yesterday or this weekend.
So was it an Indiana fan, you think, or was it just?
I'm
some
assuming,
random
yeah, that
crazy
person,
person?
he looks like
It's Miami. I can't
intangible.
really put anything, but there's a bunch of streamers down here. I don't know who's acting crazy. No idea.
They're saying it's you.
Not me. I've gone past my fountain. The last.
first of all, that water is cold.
The last fountain trick that I pulled is we put bubbles in one of the fountains in North Miami. It was hilarious. Suds everywhere. Classic prank. It's a no wonder they didn't want to have us living here very long.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
What? Vlad, what damage is done for you on this lovely birthday of yours?
I don't know. Some dumbass named Old School Dude 305 just out of nowhere just said he dislikes me. So I told him I hate him. I don't know. So I told him I hate him too. I'd rather be in Caribbean sands with Rachel.
Jeez.
I don't care. So he's my damage is done.
Was that just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. I'm like, man, what's the hate coming from? Jay Gotta telling me I'm catching strays. Maybe I got.
What a top rat bastard.
Come on, man. I'm like 50 right now. I'm dodging these bullets.
Timbo Slices, that was Coach O. I saw some pictures of Coach O yesterday. That made me happy.
Somebody says Leroy is crying about the fans. I'm not. This is why we don't get along. This is why we don't get along.
Who cares about them? Who cares about the haters?
I know, but it's just like I love the way the things that they say I'm complaining about fans about is the reasons why I sometimes get irritated by them, because they want to be able to look at a football game, tell you why something is happening, and have that be the reason why it's happening when it's not. And you don't want to listen to what the real reason is. So you go ahead on and makes you feel better. Because guess what? Most fans, soon as the game's over, the first thing they complain about is officiating. You couldn't complain about the officiating, because if they would have called it like it was, right? If they would have called it like it would, there would have been a whole lot of more grabbing on the defensive end for Miami than Indiana. There was a lot of grabbing.
Defensive end or defensive back?
Defensive back.
Oh.
On the defensive end.
I mean, I saw at one point they tried to put like Ruben Main in a headlock.
Oh, the takedown?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy, dude.
Uh
Anyway, John Eric.
Oh, did Leroy complain about Miami's running back throwing punches after the game? I didn't hear about it till this morning. So
yeah, we talked about it.
We talked about it.
I said I said if Mark Fletcher, I think what was the guy's name? Tyreek Thomas, I think was the
He definitely had it coming.
defensive lineman. Look, dude. Hey, maybe I'll look a fool on this. Although what's flipping the internet, Mike Rump, the recruiting coordinator for the Canes, said that the Indiana defensive lineman said something about his late father, which checks out with Mark Fletcher. Like, if Mark Fletcher punched you in the face, you probably deserve to get punched in the face. That's just what I'm going to tell you. Like, because it doesn't make sense. Like, you don't sit there. You're not a sore loser about something, and then you go and you give love. You wait for Fernando Mendoza to finish with ESPN and give him a hug. It doesn't make sense, right? Like, you're either it doesn't make sense.
You
so
can't
the guy
turn
deserves
off and turn down, turn on and turn off the switch like that.
right. So I just saw like, well, that's not his character. That guy probably said something and he had it coming to him.
There is certain places. I don't care if you like a guy, dislike a guy. There's certain places you don't go, right? That's one of them. And I know it's probably not the best thing for me to say, but if you challenge a man and you get a man response, don't complain about the response.
And by the way, that guy wanted no part of it either, because he ran away like woo willy nilly. Like he didn't want to confront.
Right.
You know?
But like, yeah, that's some low rent right there. Why on earth would you go there after winning a game?
What do you have to rub it in for? Like,
my favorite part of it, believe it or not, 2-piece, boom, boom. What's up, Fernando? What's up, baby? Good game.
Yeah.
He just went on. He just like business business had to be taken care of. But then I'm going back into
that's
my
why
guy.
it makes no sense. Because like if you told me Mark Fletcher was enraged and like it had to hold him back, and they're like, oh my God, he's just not handling the loss well. I'm like, oh, so wait, so he was super classy to Indiana's best player, and somebody was a jackass to him and maybe said something offbeat about his late father. Like, yeah, that kind of checks out a little bit more than, he just lost his mind for a second randomly.
Right.
Because he said, hold this L.
They call Leroy Abuelo. Grandfather Leroy.
I would have to say, I wonder whether you guys understand English. Because if that's what you got out of what I said, then you really don't understand what I was saying. I'm saying that a lot of times after games, you want to put blame on, a call or a play or something like that. And fans, and I get it, fans are the least most likely to say the other team was better. Right? I get it. But yeah, that's not what I was saying. If that's what you think, why DBs have to hold. I said, listen, fans were complaining about calls, and I'm like, listen, if they would have called everything, Miami would have fell victim to more penalties on the defensive end than.
There's nothing like, look, you could sit here, you could analyze. When a game is that close, you're going to analyze 100 things.
Absolutely.
And that's why I came down to, like, I think these two teams played a pretty damn even game.
Pretty much, even with the head start.
What came down to it? They gave up a block punt touchdown.
Right. Block punt, missed field goal.
That's it. 10 points.
Like,
right.
Everything else, pretty even.
Right.
Even they ended up outgaining them. They probably had a better second half. Indiana had a huge run, big play by Mendoza. It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. You're gonna live with this.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna hurt for a few days. But yeah, could you was this the Fiesta Bowl where one call literally changed the game?
No.
It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't that situation.
No.
So yeah, I would suggest I had tequila last night. That helped. Whatever your thing is, whiskey.
I didn't need,
beer.
what? I poured myself a drink.
More ale?
But as the game was going on, I wasn't feeling it.
Oh, I didn't drink till the game was over. I actually bought the bottle of tequila because I thought it was going to be for the OKC game on Saturday, and they surprisingly won. So
Right.
it wasn't cracked open until last night.
I got you.
So the only person who brought me joy yesterday, the Canes brought a lot of joy this season, but the only person who lifted my spirits last night was Sergei Bobrovsky. Everybody else, not too much.
All right.
But Sergei Bobrovsky going the length of the ice.
I mean,
to start a melee.
I think the most amazing thing was how fast he got down there.
It was really great.
No, for real.
Like he got down there quick, and the announcement, here comes Sergey. Like
Win or
business
lose, that
pick
was
up.
so great of him. It's so out of
Just
character.
needed Jim Ross and Doug Plagans to do it.
It was so great. It was so great. So
Oh, God, dog. There's Sergey.
love you, Sergei Bobrovsky. Canes, great season. Sorry it ends in heartbreak.
Yeah.
Heat, get it together tonight, dude. All right. Bam. And that's our show for today, everybody.
Bam. That's just it. Just bam.
Bam.
Damn, you really just
Get it together, dude. Player of the week.
That was last week.
Yeah.
Today's
new week,
new bam.
Bam. Anyway, we'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.